Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. It's time for Liberty Lady Flames basketball.
Mills for three. Boom! Avery Mills from downtown. Athene hesitates, penetrates, puts it off the back and in.
Your defending Conference USA champions.
Highest-Daughter gets the rebound, dribbles it up court. Time expired. The Lady Flames win. They knock off Middle Tennessee to claim their first Conference USA title.
This year, the Lady Flames usher in a new era with first-year head coach Alexis Sherrard. A new leader with the same winning mindset.
We will compete with passion, we will play with discipline, and we will carry ourselves in a way that honors the university's mission and values.
Get ready for all the thrilling moments and jaw-dropping plays.
Over to Highest-Daughter for three. Got it! Sadavo, she has her shot blocked off of her and out of bounds by Stout. Rebound Highest-Daughter, the putback goes in. Nice backdoor pass on the bounce to Stout. Beautiful offense by the Lady Flames.
Liberty Lady Flames basketball is on the air. Welcome to live pregame coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Liberty Lady Flames basketball is brought to you in part by Abish Financial Services, the official financial advisor of Liberty Flames Athletics. Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo Time. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank, life lived full. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Destination Bedford. Centra Health. By 11 West. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders. By Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Gentry Lock Attorneys. By The Good Feed Store. By Haley's Appliance and Outdoors. And by Ironclad Coffee Roasters, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. Welcome to the Bojangles Tip-Off Show. Coming up, we'll hear from head coach Alexis Sherrard. We'll also have the key players, starting lineups, and much more. Now, let's go live courtside with the voice of the Lady Flames, Jamie Hall.
Welcome into Huntsville, Alabama, where the Lady Flames and the Lady Texters are going to do battle for a berth into the championship game of this Conference USA tournament. Lady Flames the number 5 seed, Louisiana Tech the number 1 seed. La Tech, they're 25-5 on the year. They finished 17-1 in the conference. The clear-cut champion of the regular season. The Flames were 18-12, 11-7 in conference, a four-way tie for third place. And with when the tiebreakers were sorted out, the Flames were the 5 seed. They beat number 4 Sam Houston yesterday, 89-57, just a dominant game. The Flames with only 8 turnovers in that basketball game against a team in Sam Houston that forced 25.5 per game on average. And Liberty actually got 16 turnovers the other way. They were also a +10 in rebounding and outshot the Bearcats 48-38%, hitting 12 threes in the ball game. Ify Nwabi had 22 points. Avery Mills had 20. La Tech, they beat number 8 seeded Delaware 72-43. They outshot the Blue Hens 50% to 30%. Were a +20 in the paint, 40-20. Paris Bradley had 25 points in that game, 7 3-pointers. Louisiana Tech is on an 18-game winning streak. They lost the first game of Conference USA play to Sam Houston, and they haven't lost since. They had 4 games that were close, 4 points or less, and a couple of one-point games, but they have not lost since early January. Liberty's looking for their 26th title game appearance in 30 years. They would be then playing for their 19th NCAA bid. Louisiana Tech is looking for their 28th NCAA tournament bid. They have also 13 Final Fours in their history and 3 national championships back in the 80s. The series recap, the 7th meeting Liberty leads 4-2. La Tech won, though, 86-72 back on the 11th of January in Lynchburg. These teams also played in last year's semifinals. Liberty won that game 80-53. Avery Mills came off the bench for 17 points. Avery Aaron for Louisiana Tech had 16 points and 7 rebounds to lead them. Our Foster Fuels Who's Hot for this game is Ify Nawabi. She's got 22 points against Sam Houston yesterday. Is shooting 16 of 25 from 3, 64% in her last 10 games. So she is playing some outstanding basketball. It's also Coach Alexis Sherrard's birthday today. We're going to talk to him in just a couple of minutes. Laura Mancuso, the Flames athletic trainer, is also celebrating a birthday today. We won't give away either of those numbers. And our Abbott Retirement Keys podcast, Keys to the Game. The Flames need to dig in on defense. They gave up 86 points against La Tech. They've been playing much better since then. In the month of February, only gave up about 50 points per average in those games, but did not play well during that stretch in early to mid-January. Among those losses, Sam Houston and La Tech. They were able to avenge the loss yesterday to Sam Houston, and we'll see what happens today when they lace it up against La Tech, the #1 seed and regular season champs. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get that conversation with head coach Alexis Sherrard right after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
At Carillion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carillion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit carillionclinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carillion proud.
Game day isn't the only adventure. Find yours in Bedford, Virginia. Just down the road, but a world away. Explore seasonal events, cruise the Blue Ridge Parkway, or hike the peaks of Otter. Enjoy outdoor fun at Smith Mountain Lake or play world-class disc golf. Home to the National D-Day Memorial and packed with small-town charm. Bedford has it all. Plan your visit and see the event calendar at destinationbedfordva.com. That's destinationbedfordva.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. We're walking you up to game time with the Bojangles Tip-Off Show. Pre-game coverage continues now with the thoughts of Lady Flames head coach Alexis Sherrard, presented by Rogers Heating and Cooling.
Well, Coach, I don't know that there could have been much better of a win yesterday. I know sometimes we'll sit on post-game and and try to find something that didn't go right. There'll be the free throw line could have been better, or turnovers could have been better, or rebounding could have. I couldn't find anything. I mean, I looked at that stat sheet for about 10 minutes. I was like, I don't know if there was a negative thing on here. Now, you may have found something.
Oh, yeah, found plenty,
when you went back and looked. When you looked at the film.
We could start with 12 turnovers.
But overall, though, I mean, it just when you're playing a team in Sam Houston that just turns people over the way that they do, and you guys were able to actually out-turn over them, out-rebound them, which was a problem in the first game between the two teams back in January, which seems so long ago. But it seemed like every category that was a deficit back in that loss, you were able to turn it around, and I don't think anyone could have imagined a 32-point win.
Yeah, and I only joke about 12 turnovers, especially since we had 20 back in Lynchburg on January 8th when we played them. So, no, the ladies played a complete game, during the course of the regular season. We were just talking about consistency and finishing games, just playing well for the full 40. So, I don't know if we played, perfect for the full 40, but I mean, we were probably in the mid to upper 30s. They had that 10-2 run in the third quarter for some time there, but that was a pretty complete game, and as you said, in all the categories that we really wanted to win or dominate, we were able to win those a lot of those categories.
Ife Nwabi has picked up her game. She was rebounding like a menace all season, but now she's starting to put some points on the board for you and hit some threes, which is stretching the defenses out. Yeah, so I mean, her confidence is going up. She's thinking less and playing more, and Ife's a talented player. I mean, she was a redshirt last year, didn't play, so this is really her first collegiate season. So, any freshman or first-year college player, it's going to take some time just to find your niche, get your groove, get your confidence, and, she's finding it at the right time of the year for us. No question about it. You got a big challenge today. Louisiana Tech, they were the runaway #1 seed, regular season champs. It's been a long time since you played them, too. Early January. The 11th. Right after Sam Houston. Those two games. 20 turnovers as well in that game. Some similar issues between the two games in those two losses against Sam Houston and La Tech. What's it going to take to turn that one around from then to now? Well, those games were back-to-back, the 8th and the 11th, Sam Houston and La Tech. And both games we had 20 turnovers. Both games we had 20. They had plus 20 points off turnovers. We lost to rebound and won both of those games. So very similar to Sam Houston on last night. Tonight we'll have to take care of the basketball. We want to win the rebounding game as well. And, as I always say, it's almost like a joke now. Anytime you can make shots, that makes life a lot easier. And obviously with Ife, with her performance yesterday, with Avery getting in foul trouble, that made our life a lot easier. But, again, defensively, we're going to really have to hunker down. They're the #1 seed for a reason. I mean, Brooke has a very good team, preseason player of the year in Paris Bradley. So we'll have our hands full, but I think our ladies are ready for the challenge. She went 7 for 8 in that first game. She went 7 for 8 yesterday from 3. She has that ability to kind of beat you in multiple ways. What's it going to take to stop her, and who do you expect are you going to match up man-to-man with her? We're going to play man, but, I mean, we're going to try to stop her collectively. Obviously, Liz will probably have the primary assignment of guarding her, but I could see us throwing several different looks at her, just so, she has different looks. We don't want her to get comfortable looking at different defenders, get her thinking a little bit, someone maybe smaller, quicker, someone taller, longer. So just try to throw different looks at her so it makes life a little bit difficult for her. Sounds good. How about the Ortho Virginia injury report? Had a little bit more time in between games because it now switches from morning to night, but I'm sure recovery was as important as injury. Yeah, I mean, we're very pleased with just the bracket that we're in, just with regards to the time. So from the morning session to the evening session here gave us a little bit extra time recovery, but thank God we are all healthy and all ready to go. Sounds good, Coach. Wish you the best. Okay. Thank you, Jimmy. This is Head Coach Alexis Sherrard. We'll be back with a relevant law tip right after this here on the Liberty Flame Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Fostering warm moments for 100 years, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services throughout Central Virginia and surrounding areas. From propane to fireplaces and tank installs to tankless water heaters, Foster does it all. Visit fosterfuels.com or download the app to order fuel, pay your bill, and more. Get the customer service you deserve and turn up the heat with Foster Fuels and the Liberty Flames.
This broadcast of Liberty University Athletics is authorized under rights granted by Liberty University to Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and is intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. The accounts, descriptions, and broadcasts may not be transmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and Liberty University Athletics. The announcers are selected by the Liberty Flames Sports Network and approved by Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment. It's time for Liberty Lady Flames basketball.
Mills for three. Boom! Avery Mills from downtown. Athene hesitates, penetrates, puts it off the bank and in.
Your defending Conference USA champions.
Highest gets the rebound, dribbles it up court. Time expires. The Lady Flames win. They knock off Middle Tennessee to claim their first Conference USA title.
This year, the Lady Flames usher in a new era with first-year head coach Alexis Sherrard, a new leader with the same winning mindset.
We will compete with passion, we will play with discipline, and we will carry ourselves in a way that honors the university's mission and values.
Get ready for all the thrilling moments and jaw-dropping plays.
Over to Ayestana for three. Got it! Now to Bo, and she has her shot blocked off of her and out of bounds by Stout. Rebound Ayestana, and her putback goes in. Nice backdoor pass on the bounce to Stout. Beautiful offense by the Lady Flames.
Liberty Lady Flames basketball is on the air. It's game time. Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services, is brought to you by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair, providing preventable maintenance, repair, and service at multiple locations and at larrystireservice.com. By the Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan. By Peary Family Dentistry. Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Segra, offering customized business technology solutions. Learn more at segra.com. By the United States Space Force. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. Now let's go courtside for the call of the game.
And welcome back into Huntsville, Alabama. The Liberty Lady Flames and the Louisiana Tech Lady Texters. They're going to be trying to get their way into the championship tomorrow. For the Flames, it would be 3 years in a row in their time in Conference USA. They are the defending champs. They lost 2 years ago to Middle Tennessee. Like I said, they're trying to get back for a third time. For Louisiana Tech, they've got a rich history as well. 3 national championships back in the 80s. Hall of Famer Leon Barmore led them for 20 years, and the success has continued, and it's starting to pick up again. This was a team that last year did finish 18-16, 8-10 in the conference, but went on to win 2 games in the WNIT. And with such a strong returning class, were picked to win it this year. The Lady Flames were picked second, even though Liberty lost so much from a year ago. Still picked to finish second in the conference. as we get the starting lineups. They are about ready to head out on the floor. Let's tell you who's going to be beginning the basketball game. First, for Brooke Storr in her 10th season, 14th overall as the head coach of Louisiana Tech. 248 wins, 190 losses. She'll start. Alexia Weaver was honorable mention all-conference, wears number 1, a 5'8 junior from Louisville, Kentucky, averaging 11 points a game. Jordan Marshall was second-team all-conference, number 15, 6-foot-tall sophomore from Little Rock, Arkansas, 11.7 boards a game. Isla Airy is number 18, 6'4", sophomore from Melbourne, Australia. Only averages 9 minutes a game, but gets the start. Gianna Morris is number 22, second-team all-conference. She's a 5'7 junior from Sherwood, Arkansas. 12 points a game. And Paris Bradley, first-team all-conference, number 23, 5'9 sophomore from Carrollton, Texas. She had 25 against Delaware and 31 in the game earlier this year against LU and hit 7 of 8 from 3 in both of those games. The Flames will start their normal 5 of late. Avery Mills, number 1, 5'9 sophomore, Lynchburg, Virginia, first-team all-conference, alongside Jacayla Thompson in the backcourt, number 3, 5'8 junior from Louisville, Kentucky. Ife Nawabi, honorable mention, all-conference, all-freshman team, number 6, 6'2 redshirt freshman from Calgary, Canada. Elizabeth Eisdottir, number 21, 6'2 junior from Iceland. And Emmy Stout, number 17, first-team all-conference, 6'3 sophomore from San Diego, California. Avery Mills now has the season record, or the record, I should say, for the most threes in a season. She's up to 79. Ife Nawabi coming off a 22.7 rebound game yesterday against Sam Houston, went 5 of 6 from 3 in that ball game. Emmy Stout had 20 points and 6 boards the first time these two teams matched up. Liberty and the visiting lower-seeded Reds with white numbers. La Tech in the white unis with red numbers. Tip is in the air, and it is won by Liberty. Flames will go right to left in the first half. Nawabi on the far side to Eisdottir. Bounce pass to Mills at the top of the arc. Now near wing to Thompson. Thompson dribbles between the circles and comes back to Stout, who hands right back to Thompson. She's double-teamed. Gonna have to find some help. Bounces it along the baseline to Stout, who kicks across to Eisdottir. 3 seconds to shoot. She dips into the paint and missed the shot. Tried to get her own rebound, but it's tipped outside, and Louisiana Tech will have their first possession. Morris thinks about the 3. Now gets it eventually to Bradley. Bradley with Mills on her. 11 seconds to shoot. Goes in the middle to Airy. Back to Bradley. Now near side to Morris. Morris down to 4. In the middle to Marshall. Marshall to Airy, and Airy takes a little half hook on the baseline and hits. Liberty defended that pretty well. Just better offense by La Tech. Jacayla Thompson across half court. Over to Mills. Mills inside to Stout. Stout dips into the paint and scores on the left side. Flames tie this ball game up at 2 apiece. A minute and a half in. Conference USA semifinals. Bradley's going to try a 3. It's off the mark. Nawabi goes up high to get the rebound. And Thompson will slowly set up the offense for Liberty. Thompson off of a screen, has a little bit of space, but will pick up her dribble and give it outside to Eisdottir. Eisdottir back going the near wing to Thompson. Flames going to our left as Thompson dribbles at the top and lobs for Stout. Stout goes back to the left side. This time the finger roll goes straight in, and Liberty leads 4-2. Bradley back on offense for La Tech. She's going to drive and kick, and the ball goes out of bounds. La Tech with the turnover. They average 17 a game, as do the Flames, but La Tech forces 21. The Flames only force 14, so that's certainly a category to keep an eye on. Both these teams are good rebounders. The Flames a plus 7.4, La Tech plus 4.4. Mills with the ball up top, dribbling on the Conference USA logo. Now bounces it far side to Thompson, to Nawabi, back to Mills. Mills into Stout. Stout works her way down low and draws a foul. Avery Aaron had checked in for La Tech. She was the one guarding Stout. And Emmy will shoot 2 free throws. She's got all 4 of the Flames' points in the early going, and thus the quick hook for Isla Airy. And now Aaron will receive that assignment as the first free throw clangs off the rim, no good. Stout on the season, 61% free throw shooter. For every free throw the Lady Flames make this season, Food Line will donate 100 meals to local area food banks. That free throw was good, so Liberty leads 5-2. Weaver on offense for Louisiana Tech. She'll try a 3 and it's blocked. Flames got a piece of it. And the red-shirted Lady Flames also get the rebound. Up court, Nawabi. Skips it over to Mills. Mills for 3, too short, and the rebound is tipped out to Bradley. Bradley brings it up court for Louisiana Tech. He tries to drive and has it knocked away by Nawabi. The Flames get another turnover, and they'll go back on offense. This Liberty team has played much better defense since the first time these squads matched up. Nawabi's open near wing for 3. Boom! Ify Nawabi continues to have the hot hand from outside the arc. Her three-point percentage has gone up now into the 40s. After she had started the year 1 of 18. Liberty 8-2. And Louisiana Tech almost threw the ball away, but it's tracked down on the far side by Morris. She'll go into Airy, who's checked back in to replace Aaron. Near wing to Weaver, 4 seconds to shoot. Weaver's going to drive, kick far side to Marshall for 3. It's short, and Eisdottir gets the rebound for Liberty. Thompson across half court, running the point. Around a screen, double team for a moment. Gives the pass off to Eisdottir. Still 10 seconds to shoot as she dribbles to the top of the arc and goes far wing to Mills. Mills has space to take a 3. Too strong. No, it went in. Back of the rim, came off the front, had some wicked spin on it, and got back into the net. Shooter's roll maximized. La Tech back on offense, driving into the paint is Marshall. She missed her first shot, got her own rebound, and puts it through. So 11-2 was the largest lead for Liberty. Now it's 11-4. Flames go back on offense as it's bounced to Mills. Mills will pull up from just inside the arc, comes up short, and the rebound is taken by Morris for Louisiana Tech. She dribbles down and finds Marshall. Marshall dips into the paint, pulls up but missed, and the Flames, Nawabi gets the rebound. Liberty back on offense, leading by 7. We're doing media timeout, next dead ball as we approach 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Thompson's going to drive, puts it high off the glass, over the top of Airy and scores. Jakayla Thompson attacking the basket. Flames are up by 9. The other way, Weaver will drive. Goes out on the far wing to Morris. Morris takes it into the paint, missed the shot, but an offensive rebound by Marshall. Her shot's blocked by Nawabi, and then a pass outside to Morris is picked off by Thompson. Liberty gets the ball back, leading 13-4. Thompson up top to Nawabi. Nawabi bounces it into Stout, and it's knocked away. Louisiana Tech gets the steal. Back the other end, Paris Bradley. She's cut off and has to retreat outside the arc. to Weaver. Weaver now to Airy. Back far wing to Bradley. Her three-pointer is good. You cannot leave her open. She hit 7 of 8 yesterday. Hit 7 of 8 against Liberty the first time these two teams met. The Flames lead is down to 13-7 as Thompson will dribble on the near side for the Flames. She picks up her bounce and goes inside to Stout. Stout to the left hand, missed the shot, got her own rebound, and will dish it inside to Nawabi, who scores. Nice post-to-post pass. Emmy Stout cleaning up her own miss, and the Flames lead 15-7. Weaver around the screen, doesn't have anything. Goes far side to Morris. Morris now to Airy. Airy with 10 seconds to shoot, just holds it at the top of the key. Nothing going on. And now hands to Bradley. Bradley guarded by Stout, steps back for three and hits. That was an All-American shot. Flames played about as good a defense as you could on that possession. It's 15-10. Paris Bradley with 6 points. We're still waiting for that media timeout. We haven't had a whistle. Mills at the top of the arc, goes into Stout. Stout works along the baseline and is able to bank it in with the left hand. Emmy Stout has been excellent to begin. 7 points for her. 17-10 LU. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Weaver will bounce it to Bradley. Bradley outside the arc, guarded by Eistadter. Tries to work her way down in and has to dish far side to Morris. Morris for three, it's short, and the rebound is out of bounds to Liberty. Looking across the way, La Tech may possibly appeal this. Looked like Eistadter might have touched that last, and it does look like Louisiana Tech is going to have them take a look. We were going to come to this media timeout anyway. They're looking at the monitor, and I think they're going to have the officials take another look at it. Well, either way, we're going to go to a break. We'll find out the results of this review when we return. Liberty leads 17-10 to begin this game. We're all the way down to 1:44 remaining in the first quarter here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Every great athlete knows the final minutes of the game are where champions are made. Whether it's the last inning, the fourth quarter, or overtime, every move counts. One smart play can seal the win, and one mistake could cost it all. The same can be said for retirement. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. Those last 5 to 10 years before you retire, that's your final stretch. At Abish Financial, we can help build a game plan for taxes, healthcare, and income for the years ahead. Call us for your customized retirement playbook. 571-406-4411. If you're over 59 and have $500,000 or more of investable assets, we can create your plan complimentary. 571-406-4411 or visit abishfinancial.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia.
John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game? Yeah, we have.
A night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships kept.
Get out your phones. It's gonna be epic.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Central to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete your video.
Central, caring for, caring about folks like John.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Well, the officials have broken huddle. I was fixing a couple of technical things here, so I wasn't keeping a close eye. Now one of the referees has gone back to the monitor area, but I don't know if they did a review or not, and if they did, at least I didn't hear them announce a result, nor did they come over to TV, which they usually would. So maybe Louisiana Tech decided not to appeal. Our officials for today's game, Angelica Suffren, Brian Hall, and Bill Lawrence. We'll find out when the teams come on the court where everybody's standing. Liberty is shooting 7 of 11 to begin the ball game. La Tech 4 of 12, and it is going to be Liberty basketball, so I don't know if the challenge ever actually occurred. Paris Bradley with 6 points to lead the Lady Texters. The Flames with Emmy Stout 7 are tops. Athene with the basketball for the Lady Flames. She's just checked in for Thompson. On the far side to Mills. Now up top to Emma Leon. Back on the near wing to Athene. Athene lobs to Eyestarter, well outside the arc. She'll dribble to the far and give back up near midcourt to Athene. 8 seconds to shoot as Athene is guarded by Madison Key. She's double teamed for a moment. Throws the pass underneath to Peters. Peters works her way into the paint. Missed the shot. Got her own rebound. Missed the putback though. And Louisiana Tech gets the board. Athene did a good job to find the wide open Peters after surviving the double team, but Peters could not finish it off. We got a minute to go in the quarter. Liberty still leading by 7, 17-10. Louisiana Tech with the basketball. Aaron goes back door to Morris. Morris is cut off, has to bounce a pass to Bradley. Bradley back to Morris, now to Bradley again. 4 seconds to shoot to Madison Key. Madison Key's going to pull up from the elbow. It's too strong. And the rebound is secured by Louisiana Tech's Thompson. Thompson to Morris. Morris to Thompson. Thompson for 3. Good. The offensive rebound led to 3 second chance points. And another good defensive set for the Flames. Still allowed points. Liberty with 19 seconds left in the quarter. The shot clock is off as Mills will drive along the baseline. She's cut off. Has to give it out to Peters. Peters takes a couple of dribbles and finds Eyestarter. 8 seconds to shoot over to Athene. Athene off of a pick is in a little trouble. She's going to try to drive in with 2. Hesitates, now pulls up, and time expires as her shot goes off to the left. So the Flames not able to answer, but they do lead 17-13 as we head to the second quarter of play. Liberty trailed by as many as 2. They led by as many as 9. We'll get you a complete Carter Bank & Trust game at a glance when we return from this break. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community. And that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Are your feet preventing you from living life? Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton, and you may have heard my Good Feet story, how I love my arch support so much that I bought the store. Since then, thousands of customers have found relief from foot, knee, and back pain. I love to hear their stories of walking, running, and just enjoying their new life pain-free. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain keep you from living the life you love. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America in logo wear.
A solid start for Liberty. They lead Louisiana Tech, the number 1 seed, 17-13. A few second chance points that the Lady Flames would like to have back. They've given up 4 offensive rebounds. It's led to 5 points. And including that last three-pointer that was hit by Thompson coming off the bench. Paris Bradley with 6 points. She's played all 10 to this moment, as has Gianna Morris. For the Flames, Mills and Ayestarter have not come out of the ball game. Stout has 7 to lead the Flames. Nawabi with 5. Liberty is shooting 7 of 13 from the field, 54%. La Tech 5 of 14, 36%. Lady Texters 3 of 7 from 3. The Flames 2 of 3 from outside the arc. La Tech with a 1 rebound edge, 8-7. Liberty with just 1 turnover. Louisiana Tech with 3. Second quarter is underway. Lady Texters with the basketball. Aaron will go far side corner to Weaver. Weaver back up top to Aaron. Aaron's going to drive in on Stout. Dips under and throws the ball away. An ambitious pass looking for Thompson was stolen away by Nawabi. Everybody goes back on offense as Nawabi comes near wing to Athene. Now to Leon. Emma Leon, the freshman, goes over to the transfer to Kayla Thompson. Back to Leon. 8 seconds to shoot. Now Athene. Athene goes to Stout. Stout works down low against Aaron but missed the shot. Nawabi got the rebound. It didn't catch the rim. And so the Flames were about a second away from a shot clock violation, but they threw the ball away anyhow. On the turnover, Louisiana Tech goes back on offense. Aaron works her way through and is able to somehow get the shot over the top of Stout and score. And just like that, it's a 2-point game. Liberty had led most recently by 9 at 13-4. Athene on offense for Liberty. She drives in, then flicks it towards the backboard and kisses it off the glass and in. Claudia Athene again lulls defenses to sleep before she gets that quick release, almost a shot from the hip. Louisiana Tech on offense. Avery Aaron bounces it far side to Madison Key. She goes along the baseline and draws some contact. I think a little miscommunication by the Lady Flames. Nawabi was going to come over to try to block the shot, and there was some contact between her and her own teammate, Emma Leon, who will check out of the ball game. 19-15, Liberty with the lead. 8:17 remaining in the second quarter. First free throw by Madison Key is good. She's a 73% shooter on the year. Leads the team with 114 assists to 73 turnovers and only plays on average 20 minutes a game. She hits them both. Back to a 2-point ball game. Liberty up, and they have possession. Thompson will lob to Nawabi, who comes near wing to Athene. 2-run to begin the game, and Louisiana Tech has worked themselves. 2-run to begin the game, and Louisiana Tech has worked themselves back within a possession. Almost a steal by Athene is back within a possession. Almost a steal by Athene is Madison Key. The arrow will give it to Liberty. The arrow will give it to Liberty. Paris Bradley hasn't missed many three-pointers of late. She went 7 of 8 yesterday. Had hit her first one today. Actually, I'm sorry, her first 2 today. But now she's missed 2 in a row. And that one kind of shockingly short. Don't think anybody got a piece of it. Liberty with the basketball, leading by 2. Thompson double team near midcourt, dribbles out of it, takes it into the lane, and lays it up on the right side. She took matters into her own hands after she beat the double team to give the Flames a 23-19 advantage. Thompson for Louisiana Tech will go the other way. She gets into the paint and gets the friendly roll. Shots are falling for these two teams. We talked about how well both played yesterday and the day before. Louisiana Tech played 2 days ago. That if they both played as well as they did in their first game of the tournament, this might be a 100 to 101 type game. Stout will give outside to Thompson. Thompson drives in again on the right side, and she's fouled. Kayla Thompson will shoot 2 free throws. She has been attack-minded these last couple of possessions. Flames are still shooting red hot. They're 59% from the field, 10 of 17. Haven't taken a ton of threes. They are 2 of 3 from behind the arc, which are brought to you by Haley's Appliance and Outdoor. Thompson hits both free throws, and Liberty leads 25-21. Liberty falls back defensively as Louisiana Tech, trailing by 4, has the basketball. Weaver to Madison Key. Joy Madison Key now to Avery Aaron. Aaron picks up her dribble, has to bounce it back to Madison Key. She's down to 3 seconds to shoot, skips a pass across to Weaver, and Weaver just has to chuck it up because the shot clock was about to expire. It actually goes over the backboard, and Liberty forces the turnover. That's 5 for Louisiana Tech. The Flames have 3. Liberty leads by 4, and they've got the basketball as we approach the halfway point of this second quarter. Thompson with Morris guarding her, goes to Eisdottir. She'll come back up top to Thompson, over to Mills. Mills thought about the 3 from about 30. Instead, she'll drive it into the paint and dish off to Stout. She's fouled from behind. I don't think in the act of shooting, but we'll see. Avery Mills had already picked up a bunch of foul trouble by this point in the game yesterday. She had 3 fouls at this spot. So far now, Aaron, who was called for that foul, is the only player with more than 1. She's got 2. And we're going to have another foul. And that's going to go against Airy, and it'll be her first. Flames have only been called for 1 foul in the ball game so far. That was Emma Leon. 4 fouls have been whistled against Louisiana Tech. 3 of them here in the second quarter, so they still have a foul to give. No free throws ahead, but it will be Liberty basketball as we hit 5 minutes to go, which will bring us to our 5-minute media timeout. We'll take a break with the teams as Liberty leads 25-21 here in the Conference USA semifinals on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haley's.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Attention Lynchburg! The biggest selling month of the year is happening right now at Lynchburg Nissan. March marks Nissan's year end, and that means massive savings you do not want to miss. Drive away in a brand new 2026 Nissan with 0% financing for 60 months on select models, or save up to $8,000 off MSRP. Upside down on your trade, no worries. We're offering up to 130% of fair KBB value. But don't wait, when they're gone, they're gone. Get to Lynchburg Nissan today, where selection's at its best. And remember, Lynchburg Nissan is home of the 1,000,000-mile warranty. Lynchburg Nissan, drive more, save more.
You're listening to Lady Flames Basketball live on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Now, back to the game.
Welcome back into Probst Arena here at the Van Braun Center in Huntsville, Alabama. Liberty is on top of Louisiana Tech 25-21 with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. I want to apologize. We've had some hiccups on the broadcast today, some network connection issues here inside the building that we thought had been worked out, but seem to have popped back up a little bit. So those that are watching on Facebook or YouTube, you may notice some buffering or glitches, and those that are listening on the app, we may just drop out for a second or two. Bear with us. Hopefully that'll get sorted out sooner than later, and we do have an alternate idea of how we might be able to get on the app if that continues at halftime. Mentioned being here in the Von Braun Center, named after Wernher von Braun, a nuclear scientist from World War II, rocket scientist. I shouldn't say a nuclear scientist, a rocket scientist from World War II. This is the Rocket City. This building was built in 1975, holds 9,000. Tell you a little bit more about it in a second as the Flames inbound to Eyestaughter. She's going to drive into the paint, dips under, and they're going to call her for steps. Traveling violation will give the ball back to Louisiana Tech. The Huntsville Havoc hockey team is the main tenant of this building. They play in the SPHL. Roanoke has a team in that league, as we see Louisiana Tech bring it back down court where Weaver draws a foul and will shoot 2 free throws. The building's biggest claim to fame was back in 1975, right after it opened. Elvis Presley did 5 straight nights here. The longest residency of any location for Elvis outside of the state of Nevada. Weaver's first free throw rattles in. 25-22. She is an 84% free throw shooter on the year, hits both. Louisiana Tech has not missed a free throw early in this ball game. They are 4-4. Liberty on offense with the 2-point lead as it's bounced up top to Mills. Mills throws a pass down to Stout. Stout's able to work on the left block and score. Emmy Stout has been a beast to begin this game. She's got 11 points. Morris on the near wing for Louisiana Tech. Lobs it in to Airy. Airy will hand off to Morris. Morris has a little space at the top of the key. She'll dribble near side though and then retreat back out on the wing. A lob pass to Airy, who hands right back to Morris. She peels off of the screen and kicks it outside to Bradley. Bradley down to 2 seconds to shoot. Just has to force one up. It's an air ball out of bounds. Liberty gets it back. Flames playing some good defense again. Night and day difference between this game and when the Flames lost to Louisiana Tech back in January. They're making it very difficult for the Lady Techsters to score. Avery Mills at the top of the arc. Comes near side to Eyestaughter. Eyestaughter along the baseline is cut off. Gonna have to lob it out to Thompson. Thompson with 9 seconds to shoot. Drives with the left hand. Her shot comes up short. The rebound to Airy, and we're gonna get a foul called against the Flames. Let's see who that is against. No Flame has picked up more than 1 foul to this point, and that'll stay the same as Nawabi has her first. Thompson with 1, Leon with 1. The only 3 fouls whistled against Liberty. Avery Aaron is on the bench for La Tech with 2 fouls. Louisiana Tech trailing by 4 with the basketball. 3:15 until halftime. Weaver picks up her dribble, has to give to Bradley. Bradley with the pink shoes will come near side where she's double teamed. Has to go all the way back to midcourt where she's still being trapped in all kinds of trouble and throws the ball away. Liberty has it. Eyestaughter down court, lays it in with the left hand. Liberty forcing some turnovers. Louisiana Tech back up court. Thompson on the near side. She's going to drive in and got away with steps, but missed the shot anyway. Flames get the rebound. Liberty is dug in on defense. They lead 29-23. Claudia Athene guarded by Weaver. Double team for a moment. Now we'll get it inside to Stout. Stout back to the left side. Missed the shot. Nawabi with the rebound and sticks it in as she was falling away. Ife Nawabi with the athleticism. The Flames lead by 8. A three-pointer by Morris, in and out. Eyesdaughter is able to pick up the board. And Liberty will slow the pace as Claudia Athene runs it across half court. Walked it more than ran it. As Athene will now go along the baseline. She's cut off, has her pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Flames. 11 seconds to shoot. Liberty will inbound in front of the Louisiana Tech bench. Our location is across the court from the team's benches. We are directly across from the Flames coaching staff on the right side. Liberty's going to take a timeout here. Leading 31-23 with 1:51 to go until halftime. Flames on a 6-0 run. They used an 11-2 run to begin the game before Louisiana Tech had an 11-4 answer and eventually tied it up at 19 apiece. Emmy Stout is on the bench. Lynn Peters is checked back in. Stout has 11. Nawabi has 7. Thompson 6. Actually, all three of them are out of the game at the moment. Mills, Athene, Eyesdaughter, Leon, and Peters, the 5 for the Flames that will be inbounding with 11 seconds to shoot. 1:51 until halftime. 31-23 Liberty. Athene will lob it in the backcourt to Peters. Peters dribbles it across and gives back to Athene. 7 seconds to shoot as Athene will spin around a screen. In a little trouble, goes to Eyesdaughter. Eyesdaughter along the baseline, forces the shot up, hits the rim, and the rebound is controlled by Eyesdaughter. Over to Leon. Leon thought about the 3. Instead, will slow the pace down, and her pass is knocked out of bounds. And it's going to be Louisiana Tech basketball. Flames are thinking about challenging it. And let's see, are they going? They're going to. Nope, they changed their mind. Not going to challenge. I think if Coach Short hadn't just used that timeout, he might have, but he didn't want to risk losing 2 timeouts in the first half. La Tech on offense. Madison Key will dump it underneath to Marshall, who cuts to the hoop and scores. So that's a big swing. Flames had a chance to push this out to a 10 or more point advantage. And after the turnover, it's down to 6. And in retrospect, Leon probably should have taken the open 3. Eyesdaughter picks up her dribble, bounces it inside to Peters. Peters has the ball knocked loose from her. She goes to the floor to save it, and it's out of bounds to Liberty. A little bit of delay in the call. Now Louisiana Tech is thinking about maybe a challenge. Assistant coach is looking at the iPad. They decide not to. So the Flames will have 4.7 seconds to shoot on the shot clock, 48 to go in the first half. Inbound pass comes to Peters. Peters with 4 seconds, back to Athene. She fires one up. It's an air ball out of bounds to Louisiana Tech. So 2 poor possessions offensively for Liberty after they had opened up the 31-23 lead. Kayla Thompson is going to check back in. Athene will come out. There's a 13-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Louisiana Tech could possibly play 2 for 1, but they'd have to move really quick. And that doesn't seem like that's going to be their MO. It comes into Madison Key. She dribbles it across half court. Goes towards the paint and lost the handle out of bounds. Liberty basketball. So maybe she was trying to play 2 for 1 and just sped herself up too much. Liberty will bring Nwabi back in for Leon. There's still a difference between the shot clock and game clock. It's down to 6 seconds. Flames can't hold until the end, but they could use a bunch of the time. Louisiana Tech showing some full court pressure, but it's more token as it now is man-to-man. Madison Key against Thompson as she dribbles across half court, bounces to Nwabi. Nwabi hands off to Mills. Mills with 18 seconds to shoot, comes near side to Thompson. Thompson has it on the dribble with Bradley on her. Over to Mills. 10 seconds on the shot clock as Mills looks postward. She's going to fire a 3, short. And the rebound to Louisiana Tech. They've got 8 seconds to work with. Madison Key up to Bradley. Bradley to the top of the arc. Has it dribble off of her foot. It's loose on the floor. Tied up. And that is a huge tie-up. That's going to give the Flames an extra possession later on because there's only 0.3 of a second. Louisiana Tech would have been better served for that to just run out. But now they'll have the basketball inbounding on the baseline. But they can't catch and shoot. They just have to tip. Inbounding will be Weaver. Weaver will bounce it into Morris, and Morris tried to catch and shoot. You can't do that with 0.3 of a second. So the horn sounds, and now the Lady Flames will get the ball to start the second half when it was going to be the other way around. And they may not get an extra possession in the ball game because as it sits now, if there's no more jump balls, Louisiana Tech will get the fourth quarter. It would have been the Flames in the fourth quarter. So that just swapped out. But if there is one extra tie ball in this game, that would save Liberty a possession later on. It's 31-25. Lady Flames, not the best finish. A little sloppy in the final minute and a half after they led 31-23 and led by as many as 9. They also trailed by 2 earlier, but Liberty has held Louisiana Tech, a team that averages 75 points a game, to only 25 first half points. They're on pace for 50, which is 25 less than what they would normally get. See if the Flames can hold up that defensive intensity in the second half. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, the halftime show with Trey Lyle back in the studio. He'll get you updated with all the basketball going on in conference tournaments around the country, including the other games from here in Huntsville. On the men's side, they played their semifinals earlier today. There'll be one more women's game later on tonight as Missouri State and FIU will do battle. We'll find out about all that as well as the happenings around campus when we return here in Huntsville, Alabama. The Lady Flames are up 31-25 over Louisiana Tech on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations, with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Period Woolwine Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Period Woolwine Family Dentistry provides dental health services including dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, extractions, and more. Their office treats patients of all ages and accepts major dental insurances. Period Woolwine Family Dentistry is located at 2229 Mural Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at perryfamilydentistry.com.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
First half is history. Now it's time for the Lady Flames halftime report, powered by Segra. Segra offers customized business solutions. Learn more at Segra.com.
Halftime here for the Liberty Flames as they are up 31-25, looking to punch their ticket to the the finals of the Conference USA Tournament. I am Trey Lyle. Let's get to our Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. Starting in Conference USA, no scores to think of, but the winner of this game will take on Missouri State and FIU, as that game set to tip right after it. For the rest of women's college basketball, we've got a couple games going on across the country, including UT Arlington taking on Aberdeen Christian, 61-35 with 8:44 left in this one. Alabama State taking on Arkansas Pine Bluff, 59-52 with 6:45 left in the fourth quarter. 2:48 left in the fourth between UC San Diego and UC Davis, 77-67 is the score there. Down to the CAA in a quarterfinal, Campbell's trailing Hofstra 28-37 with 3:59 left in the third quarter. To the Missouri Valley Conference, 1:54 left in the first quarter. Belmont leads 8-5 in that one. As for men's college basketball, a lot of big games going on right now. Big East semifinal, number 13, St. John's 55, Seton Hall 36 with 9:37 left. 2:39 left in the second quarter. VCU leads over Duquesne 64-60 with 2:39 left in that one. That's a 10 quarterfinal. Big Ten quarterfinal, Nebraska trailing Purdue 26-35 with 1:15 left. Top 10 matchup in a Big 12 semi. Number 7, Miami up on Virginia, number 10, Virginia up on Miami 8-6 with 12:51 left in that one. A couple other news and notes. Alabama Ole Miss set for SEC quarterfinal that's just set to tip in a matter of moments. Akron Kent State in a MAC semi. UConn Georgetown in a Big East semi, and many more as well. Michigan State UCLA in a Big Ten quarter as well. And then another ACC semi, Duke and Clemson at 9:30. Number 5 Houston and number 14 Kansas and the Big 12. When we come back, we'll update you about the Liberty Flames from Van Wagner. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
At Carillion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carillion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carillion proud.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
You're listening to Lady Flames Basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now back to the halftime report, powered by Segra.
Liberty 31, Louisiana Tech 25, your halftime score as they are battling it out in a Conference USA semifinal. Winner of this game will take on the winner of Missouri State and FIU. By the way, on the men's side, Louisiana Tech did advance earlier today in a Conference USA semi. They will take on Kennesaw State in the Conference USA final. Fortunately, the Flames did go down to the aforementioned Missouri State 77-69. Other news and notes from the Liberty Flames. Baseball going on right now. They fall to Missouri State 4-3 in a close battle in the first game of the series this weekend. Other news and notes, men tennis in action against Tulane, and softball just got started against Middle Tennessee. The Lady Flames in action there as well, as they're on the road in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, taking on Middle Tennessee, and they are up 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning. So the Flames got on the board early in that one, and they are up 2-0 in that game. As for the rest, a couple other scores for you across the country, or a couple other games set to happen. We got Harvard and Columbia in the other Ivy League semifinal. Drake, Illinois State, and Missouri Valley quarterfinal. Couple finals for you as well that we didn't get to. Ivy League final or semifinal, Princeton defeated Brown 65-51. Vermont clinched its ticket to the NCAA tournament with a 61-43 win over Maine in the American East Women's Championship. Charleston defeats William & Mary in the CAA quarterfinal to advance there as well, 58-55. Toledo defeats Ball State in a MAC semifinal, 69-65, where they'll take on Miami of Ohio, 80-52. They got the win over Ohio in the final there as well. Norfolk State advances in the MEAC semifinal, 60-51 over Maryland Eastern Shore. Cal Baptist defeats Tarleton State 77-60 in the WAC semifinal. They will take on an opponent later in the WAC final, which that game is going on, I believe, right now. Yes, Aberdeen Christian taking on UT Arlington 65-44. But when we come back, we'll head back out to Huntsville, back out to the floor with Jamie Hall for the second half. This from Van Wagner. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton, and people often ask me, what is the good... to learn about you, your lifestyle, your work, and... and sizes of art supports. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Almost time for the second half. Now back to the arena for a check of the stats from the first half. Presented by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair.
And welcome back into Probst Arena here in Huntsville, Alabama. The Lady Flames are on top at halftime, 31-25 against the number one overall seed and regular season champs, Louisiana Tech. far as our Larry's Tire and Auto stats from the first half of the ball game, a lot of positive things for the Lady Flames for sure, as they were able to shoot 54% from the field, 13 of 24, 2 of 4 from 3, 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Louisiana Tech 41% from the field, 9 of 22, 3 of 10 from 3, and 4 of 4 at the free throw line. Rebounding was 13-10 in favor of Liberty. Flames had 6 turnovers. La Tech had 7. Points off turnovers, 11-6 Lady Techsters. Points in the paint, 20-12 Flames. Second chance points, 5-4 Louisiana Tech. Fast break points, 2-0 Liberty, and bench points, 11-2 Louisiana Tech. Flames with 8 first half assists compared to those 6 turnovers. Louisiana Tech with only 3 assists, and they average 17 a game, which is outstanding. But today the Flames have really dug in defensively and forced them into some difficult decisions. We'll see if Liberty can keep up that intensity in the second half. Emmy Stout led Liberty with 11 points on 5 of 8 shooting. Ife Nawabi with 7 points and a team-high 6 rebounds. Jacayla Thompson 6 points, 2 assists, and no turnovers, 1 steal in the first half. Avery Mills, 3 points, but 4 assists on 1 of 3 from outside the arc. Elizabeth Eyestaughter with 2 points, 3 rebounds, and Claudia Athene, the only points off the bench, she has 2. Paris Bradley, 6 points for La Tech. She hit her first 2 3-pointers, but then has missed 3 since, so she's 2 of 5. Kayla Thompson off the bench with 5 points. Jordan Marshall with 4. That leads Louisiana Tech. Only 1 player in foul trouble, not much foul trouble. It's Avery Aaron. She picked up 2 first half personal fouls. And we're ready to play the second half. It'll be Liberty basketball. They'll go to our right now. Wearing the red uniforms, white numbers, baby blue trim. Louisiana Tech, almost the mirror opposite. They've got white unis, red numbers, and that same light blue trim. Mills to Stout, far side to Eyestaughter. She looks postward, doesn't have anything. Waits for a little bit of movement and goes back up top to Mills. Mills with 13 seconds to shoot, dribbles between a double team, skips a pass across to Eyestaughter for 3, in and out. Nawabi, though, with the offensive rebound, and Liberty resets to Mills. Mills along the near wing to Thompson, now to Nawabi again. She's going to drive it through, goes in and has her shot blocked, and then got it back, but then her pass was stolen away. Morris, the other end for Louisiana Tech. They trail 31-25, and a foul's going to be called against Liberty. A couple of free throws ahead for the Lady Techsters. And the shooter will be Morris. Gianna Morris, second team all-conference. Had 8 points and 6 assists against the Flames back in January, a team high plus 16. She makes the first. (31-26). Louisiana Tech hasn't missed a free throw in this game so far, and they still haven't. Liberty's leads down to 4. Jacayla Thompson has it poked away from her near midcourt. She still gets it across. Weaver was applying some resistance. Eyestaughter works her way down into the paint, kicks it back outside to Nawabi for 3. It's too strong, and Louisiana Tech gets the rebound. Weaver dribbling down on Thompson, has it poked off of her and out of bounds. Liberty basketball. Nice hands to knock the ball away. Not sure if that was Thompson or Eyestaughter. They were both in the neighborhood. And it went off of La Tech, and Liberty will have it. Flames up by 4. Just underway in the third quarter. From Huntsville, Alabama, the Conference USA semifinals. It goes down low to Stout. She rehandles it after losing it. Gives back to Eyestadter. Eyestadter drives into the paint, and we're going to get a blocking foul called against Louisiana Tech. A little hesitation as to whether that was going to be a block or a charge, and the call is block, and the Flames will inbound on the baseline with 20 seconds to shoot. Thompson waits for everybody to sort things out. She'll now try to put it in play. Having a little trouble putting it in play. Has to lob to Stout just in time. Stout now works on Airy. Missed the shot. The rebound out of bounds to Liberty. Amy Stout with 11 points. And she'll now inbound with 13 seconds to shoot. Comes to Nawabi. Nawabi out to Thompson. Thompson waits for some movement. Bounces a pass to Stout. Stout with a left-handed hook. Missed the shot. Tried to get her own rebound, and it's out of bounds to Liberty again. The Louisiana Tech bench is screaming, grab the basketball. The Flames have yet another chance on this possession. Thompson outside the wing, goes right back into Stout. Stout dips to the left side and draws the foul. So Emmy Stout doing some hard work, getting some help from her teammates on the offensive glass, and now she'll shoot some free throws. We'll see who that foul was against. For Louisiana Tech. Here in just a second. Stout 1 of 2 at the line so far today. First free throw is off the mark, so the lead holds at 31-27. We want to thank Lynchburg Nissan for their support of our broadcast. Starting lineups were driven by Lynchburg Nissan, home of the 1,000,000-mile warranty. Stout makes 1 of 2. It's 32-27. Liberty up 2 minutes into the third quarter. Weaver dribbles on the near side. She's going to take it into the paint and draw a foul. Thompson is going to be whistled for the personal. Louisiana Tech back to the free throw line. They are 6 of 6 in the game so far. That foul a moment ago was on Airy for Louisiana Tech as the first free throw by Weaver pops out. She now has 2. Kayla Thompson also with 2 after that foul. Second free throw is good. 1 of 2 for each team the last 2 trips. And the lead is back to 4 for Liberty. Thompson has it knocked away from her in the backcourt. She gets it back though. And will dribble it across the timeline with a couple of seconds to spare. Thompson on the low go will angle to the near wing. Now back to the far where she's double teamed, and her pass is picked off by Bradley. Bradley one-on-one with Thompson. Goes into the paint and banks it in. Flames have done a pretty good job of playing over that trap, but not that time. And Louisiana Tech has cut this down to a 2-point game. Thompson on the bounce, goes right back into that double team. She dips through it, finds Stout. Stout near wing to Mills. Mills for 3. It's an air ball, but Stout gets it back, and it's tied up. There's that extra possession that we talked about in the first half. Flames will lose the ball here, but they'll get the ball back on the next either tie-up or beginning the fourth quarter. But not the possession Liberty wanted, and Louisiana Tech has a chance to tie or take the lead. They're going to try to take the lead. Weaver's 3 is too strong, though, and the rebound is loose where Thompson is able to snag it and dribble across. Didn't really have numbers, so she'll hesitate at the top of the arc and go across to Mills. Mills fakes the 3 and will bounce a pass into Stout. Stout's double teamed. Will work on Aaron, falling away, gets it to the rim, but it's short. And Louisiana Tech with the rebound. Another chance to tie or take the lead as Weaver attacks. She rushes a shot where Thompson was guarding her. Comes up short. And Liberty with the board. Flames dribble across half court, and they're going to take a timeout. 6:11 to go in the ball game. I'm sorry, in the third quarter of the ball game. Liberty's up 32-30. Coach Sherrard, I think, sees a little bit of maybe, I don't know, either frustration or tiredness out there, and he wants the team to get a little bit of a rest here, and it actually sets up a scenario where you get this media timeout, you come back and play a minute or two, and then we would have the under 5 media timeout after that. So a stretch of game where there's going to be a couple of lengthy breaks, and Flames may very well need that. Their lead's down to 2. They'll have the ball when we come back after we take a break as well here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Just down the road, a world away. Or hike the CUSA Tournament. Enjoy outdoor fun and Smith & Knight will play world-class games. Come to the National PJ Memorial and packed with small town teams. Bedford Huntsville will make your visit a night calendar and
Your local HVAC experts. Online at callrogers.com.
Have you downloaded the Liberty Flames mobile app? If not, what are you waiting for? The Liberty Flames mobile app is your lifeline to Flames athletics. Get the latest news on your favorite teams. Find upcoming schedules. Buy and download tickets to the next game. Listen to podcasts and hear our online Liberty Flames Sports Network audio broadcast.
Takes a long 3. Got it! From 30! And the Flames lead!
It's all on the Liberty Flames mobile app. Download it for free from your mobile app store today. Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
6:11 left in the third quarter. Liberty's lead is down to 2. They've been up by as many as 9. They led 31-25 at halftime. It will be Flames basketball when we resume momentarily. I'll say a couple of hellos. Some folks tuning in on Facebook. Travis is in Lynchburg. Kristen is in Iceland. And Donna is in Delaware. Amy said that the Liberty Spirit Band sounds amazing. Yeah, that was Louisiana Tech that just came back from that break, but both bands have done an outstanding job keeping us entertained. Tammy's listening from Cozumel. Caroline is in the Netherlands. Phillips in Maryland. Rhonda's in Rustburg. Eric's in Canton, Ohio. And Linda is cheering from Appomattox. So we got a lot of folks tuning in on Facebook and YouTube today. We certainly appreciate you doing that. And we hope we continue to have a good broadcast for you. As the Lady Flames have led most of the way. It's tenuous. It's 2 points as Liberty now has the basketball after the timeout. Mills on the near wing. Claudia Athene has come back in for Thompson. Down to 6 seconds to shoot as Mills dribbles around a screen, has to go far side to Athene, who jacks it from 30, and it's an air ball. Not the offensive possession the Flames were hoping for. This Louisiana Tech team is pretty good at defense too. They're holding opponents to 59 points on the season and shooting only 39%. The Flames about the same, holding teams to 60 points and 38%. La Tech's had a couple of possessions where they could have tied or taken the lead. They have one more. Madison Key will go far side to Morris. Morris goes back outside to Thompson. Thompson lobs to Aaron. Aaron dips down low, fading away, missed the shot badly. Good defense. Athene running the point. It's a little bit of space, down to 8. Still waiting for something to happen as she dribbles into the paint, pulls it back outside to Eisstadter. 2 seconds to shoot. She's going to have to force one up. Hits the rim and gets her own rebound. Not the offense the Flames were hoping for, but they do get a second chance as Athene will drive along the baseline and kick to Nwabi. Nwabi takes it down into the paint and goes back to Athene. Athene in the corner, not enough room to shoot. Goes to Nwabi. Nwabi will drive in, and a blocking foul called against Louisiana Tech. That's a great call. For all the times we give officials a hard time, that was one where Angelica Suffren did not buy the drama because Avery Aaron was already falling down before the contact occurred. She was anticipating the contact and was trying not to fully take it, or she was trying to sell something that there wasn't on the lot. Either way, the Flames get the benefit, and we now have the under 5 media timeout. The lead is still 32-30. We've been stuck on there for a while. I'm going to try to add to that when we return. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Athlete knows the final minutes of the game are where champions are made. Whether it's the last inning, the fourth quarter, or overtime, every move counts. One smart play can seal the win, and one mistake could cost it all. The same can be said for retirement. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. Those last 5 to 10 years before you retire, that's your final stretch. At Abish Financial, we can help build a game plan for taxes, healthcare, and income for the years ahead. Call us for your customized retirement playbook. 571-406-4411. If you're over 59 and have $500,000 or more of investable assets, we can create your plan complimentary. 571-406-4411 or visit abishfinancial.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed individual.
John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game?
The night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships get.
Not your phones.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Central to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete the video.
Central, caring about folks like John.
Well, the Flames haven't scored in 3:27. Tech hasn't scored in 2:52. We've been stuck on 32-30 for a while. Liberty with a 2-point edge. Lady Flames have led by as many as 9 after an 11-2 run to begin the basketball game. Louisiana Tech had an 11. Liberty's going to be shooting 2 free throws. It's Ipi Nwabi at the line. Nwabi, a 56% shooter on the year, makes the first. Nwabi with 8 points in the game and gets the second one to deaden in too. Liberty by 4, 34-30. Louisiana Tech's Weaver will drive in on Leon, missed the shot, but drew the foul, and Louisiana Tech will now shoot free throws. Emma Leon will pick up her second personal foul. Alexia Weaver, an 84% free throw shooter, makes the first. La Tech as a team Has only missed one free throw today as Weaver hits on both. Back to a 2-point game. Thompson guarded by Weaver as she comes across half court. Weaver with 5. As Thompson will go to the far wing and then lob a pass to Nawabi. Nawabi is cut off. Picks up her dribble. Now to Athene with 6 seconds to shoot. Athene to the far side of the court, nothing doing. Bullets a pass into Nawabi with 2 on the shot clock. And she was forced into a difficult attempt by Marshall, which comes up short. Louisiana Tech down by 2 with the basketball. Isla Airy bounces a back door to Weaver, who scores. Nice offense by La Tech, and they've tied it up at 34 apiece. Last time we were tied, it was 19-19 in the second quarter. Athene at the top of the arc for Liberty. Comes near side to Thompson. Thompson squares up. Will go back to the middle. And now retreats with 8 seconds to shoot. Around the far side, kicks to Leon, and Leon's three-pointer is going to be waved off because of an offensive foul. Thompson's going to be called for the charge. Leon hit the 3, but it doesn't count because Thompson crashed in after the pass. So Liberty back on defense, a chance for Louisiana Tech to take their first lead since it was 2-0. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Paris Bradley outside to Weaver. Weaver will dump a pass inside to Marshall. Marshall works on Nawabi and has her shot rejected. And the Flames come away with the basketball and a foul on La Tech. Ife Nawabi with the emphatic block, but also kept it in bounds to her teammate Thompson. And we'll see who that foul was against for Louisiana Tech. As the Lady Techsters show some full court pressure, it comes into Thompson. Now they back out of it. It's man-to-man. Thompson has it poked into the backcourt. She regains it. Still has it on the dribble. Gives to Mills. Mills to the top of the arc, bounces it into Stout. Stout works it to the outside, but then has to give back to Mills for 3. Yes! Avery Mills from 3rd Street. That was downtown 3rd Street. Huge shot for the Lady Flames to put them back up by 3. Louisiana Tech on offense. Scoreboard doesn't have it right. They put the points on the wrong side as Morris will drive and draw the foul. The shot pops out, but 2 free throws coming for Louisiana Tech. They have now corrected the scoreboard to show that the Flames are leading 37-34, but it will be a couple of free throws for Louisiana Tech to try to cut into that. Three-pointer brought to you by Haley's Appliance and Outdoor. Second 3 of the game for Avery Mills. She's been held somewhat quiet in this game so far. She's only taken 5 three-pointers. Has hit 2 of those. She's one of the best in the country, averaging 3.1 per game as Louisiana Tech made the first free throw, missed the second. Marshall got the rebound. Nawabi blocked her shot, but was called for a foul. And that's going to be 3 on Nawabi. Thompson has also picked up 3 personal fouls. And a chance for Louisiana Tech to shoot 2 more free throws. This time Marshall makes the first. Marshall, a 66% free throw shooter. The bigger issue there is not the points, but it's now that 2 of your starters have picked up 3 fouls. Second free throw is off the mark. Stout gets the rebound. So Liberty holds on to the lead. It's 37-36. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. Mills on the far wing. Up top to Eisdottir. Now near side to Thompson. Thompson in the corner to Mills. Mills with Morris on her. And we're going to get a holding foul against Louisiana Tech. And they are over the limit. Both teams are in the bonus. It'll be Emmy Stout shooting 2 free throws. Emmy has 12 points to lead all scorers. Is 2 of 4 at the free throw line, 5 of 11 from the field. That foul was on Airy, her third. Aaron also with 3, so the 2 post players for Louisiana Tech in a bit of foul trouble as Stout missed the first free throw. She'll have a second, trying to extend the 1-point Liberty lead. She does not. Mills got in for the rebound, but it goes off of her and out of bounds. Liberty 0 for on that free throw trip. Flames 6 of 10 from the free throw line in the ball game. La Tech with a chance to take their first lead since the first basket. With a minute and a half to go in the third. Bradley, guarded by Thompson, will give it down low to Marshall. Marshall slips under and draws the foul on the reverse. She'll have 2 free throws to try to regain the lead for Louisiana Tech. A minute and 22 on the clock here in the third quarter as the fouls are starting to mount up for both teams. Four players with 3 fouls, 2 each. Thompson, Nwabi for the Flames, Airy and Aaron for La Tech. Thompson and Nwabi are in the game for Liberty as the second free throw is off the mark and the rebound goes out of bounds to Liberty. Louisiana Tech is going to review this, though. They want to take a look at this replay to see who the ball went off of. So the Lady Texters, 1 of 2 that trip. Both teams have missed 4 free throws in the ball game. And depending on how this review goes, if it holds and the Flames have possession, then that would mean another trip down the court where Louisiana Tech had an opportunity to take the lead that they were not able to. They did tie the ball game up, though. We were tied at 34-34 a few moments ago. Previous to that, 19-19. And the last time Louisiana Tech led, it was 2-0. So the officials are taking a look at the replay monitor. If La Tech gets it right, they'll have the ball. If they get it wrong, they'll lose a timeout and they'll be down to 3 timeouts in the game. Flames have 2 timeouts. Taking a long look at this, I don't know that usually means it's not definitive. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go the Flames' way, but the longer they look, the less likely that it gets overturned. Generally the case. Our officials are Angelica Suffren, Brian Hall, and Bill Lawrence. Flames are shooting 41%. La Tech 39%. That was after Liberty was shooting 54% in the first half. So their numbers have dropped off here in the third quarter. Louisiana Tech has been able to force some Flames into some bad possessions. Tough shots with the clock running down and also a couple of turnovers as well mixed in. Stout with 12, Nwabi with 9 leads Liberty. Bradley has 8, Weaver with 7 to pace La Tech. And the officials have made a decision. So it is going to be overturned. It was off of Nwabi. So La Tech will have another chance on this possession to take their first lead since the opening minute. And Louisiana Tech will hold their timeout. They'll still have 4 remaining. Paris Bradley on the inbound. Gets it into Thompson. Thompson guarded by Thompson. Missed the shot. Kayla Thompson guarded by Jakayla Thompson. Liberty with the rebound. So Louisiana Tech still not able to take the lead as the ball is knocked loose and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Flames with 18 seconds to shoot near midcourt. 1:06 remaining in the third quarter. Lynn Peters is checked in for the Lady Flames. She takes the inbounds and gives it back to Jakayla Thompson. She's going to drive along the far side. Nothing there. Gives back to Mills. Mills tries to throw a bullet pass into Peters, and it's picked off. Stolen away by Marshall. Louisiana Tech, another opportunity to take the lead, and we're going to get an offensive foul. That'll wipe that chance away. 44.2 remaining in the third. As the fouls add up, we'll see who that one was against. Nobody on the court right now for Louisiana Tech has more than one, so it's not going to be a major issue. The Flames are playing with 2 players having 3, Thompson and Nawabi. Thompson across half court for Liberty. She's double teamed, is in some trouble, finds Ayesdaughter wide open, who lays it in. And that's what the Flames did so well in the first half, breaking the double team by throwing the passes over the top and getting some points out of it. Liberty leads by 2. The shot clock is off. Louisiana Tech and hold for the final attempt of the quarter. Marshall to Bradley. Bradley with 10 seconds to shoot. Is going to try to drive. Nothing there. Retreats. Fakes the 3. Gives back to Marshall. 4 seconds. She takes it down into the paint and draws the foul as Mills tried to step across and draw the charge, but she couldn't get to the spot. But by fouling her, at least it kept her from having an open layup attempt with 2.3 left. Louisiana Tech can tie the game back up as Jordan Marshall shoots 2. The 66% shooter hits the first. Flames will have a little time if they can get a pass up court after this, as the second free throw, though, actually comes up short, and now Liberty is going to have to just eat it as the rebound was about 90 feet away from the other end. 39-38. Flames hold on to the lead, but just barely, after Louisiana Tech outscores Liberty in the third quarter by 5. We'll have our Carter Bank and Trust game at a glance after this timeout here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com. That's www.ironcladcoffee.com to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now, back to the game.
We got 10 minutes to go in what has been a great basketball game. The Lady Flames are on top of Louisiana Tech, 39-38. I'm Jamie Hall here in Huntsville, Alabama. Trey Lyles back in the studio. As we take a look at our Larry's Tire and Auto stats to this point. Flames only shot 18% in the third quarter, 2 of 11. But Louisiana Tech was only 2 of 7 for 29%. Louisiana Tech did score 9 points at the free throw line, 9 of 14. Flames were 3 of 6 at the line. Neither team shot well from the three-point line. Liberty 1 of 5, Louisiana Tech 0 of 1. Rebounding is now 27-15 Flames. Liberty with 12 turnovers, La Tech with 9. Points in the paint, 22-16 Liberty. A little bit of foul trouble as both Jacayla Thompson and Ife Nwabi have 3. Aaron and Airy with 3 each for La Tech. Emmy Stout's 12, leads all players. Paris Bradley has 8 to lead Louisiana Tech. Flames will have the basketball. Here to begin the fourth quarter. Liberty up by 1. Flames attacking the goal to our right. Stout has it in the high post. She's going to dribble around a screen. Players collide all over the place, and who's going to get the foul? Avery Mills is on the floor. She took a shot. She's a little slow getting up. Stout went into Aaron, and then Morris. I'm going to assume that the foul was on Stout. And Mills was just collateral damage. Liberty back on defense. Mills almost got a steal, but Morris will bounce it up to Aaron. Aaron goes far wing to Bradley. Bradley off of a pick. We'll give it back outside to Morris. Her three-pointer is blocked, but a foul is going to be called, and 3 free throws will be coming for Louisiana Tech. And if that's on Jacayla Thompson, that'll be her 4th. And I believe it is. Looking at the replay, and looks like she just did get her. She got the ball, but she also got the arm. Not a lot, but usually they're going to give that to the three-point shooters if there's any contact at all. Morris hits the first free throw, and Louisiana Tech has tied the game up at 39. Again, they haven't led since it was 2-0. Morris's second free throw is good. She's a 78% free throw shooter. And hits on all 3. Again, the first lead for Louisiana Tech since 2-0. Claudia Athene is checked in for Thompson, who picked up her 4th. And Athene is fouled in the backcourt by Madison Key. She was applying full court man-to-man pressure. Big minutes for Claudia. You imagine we won't see Jacayla for probably 5 minutes or so. But she was a starter at the beginning of the year. As a matter of fact, was a starter when these teams played the last time. As it goes into Stout, Stout lost the basketball, gets it back out to Athene. Athene with 12 seconds to shoot, has it poked away, gets it back. Near midcourt, will come near wing to Nwabi. Nwabi 6 seconds on the timer, skips it across to Eyestadter, who was standing out of bounds. So Liberty with the turnover. They're trailing by 2. And a good contingent of Louisiana Tech fans have made it over for this game, or made it up, I should say. They're energized. Not a bad section of Flames fans as well. Probably about half as much as Louisiana Tech, though, as La Tech goes underneath, and they find Marshall, who makes the catch under the basket, scores high off the glass, and now the largest lead of the ball game for Louisiana Tech. They're up by 4. Athene to Eistotter. Liberty needs some offense. Back outside to Athene. They have worked their offense from about 35 feet out as Athene will drive in, goes towards the rim, missed the shot, got her own rebound, will kick it out to Nawabi along 2, too strong, and Paris Bradley with the ball for Louisiana Tech. She'll dribble it down court. Liberty needs a stop as Bradley pulls up from 3. It's well off the mark, but an offensive rebound by Marshall, and she's fouled by Mills. Bradley, something you don't say very often about her, but an ill-advised shot. But it was fortunate for her that Marshall was the one that caught it off the bottom of the backboard, and then Mills was forced to foul and put Marshall to the free throw line where she can extend what is currently a 4-point Louisiana Tech advantage. She hits the first. Marshall now with 10 points in the game. Missed the second. Stout with the board. 44-39. Liberty trailing. Couple minutes into the fourth quarter. Mills will dribble it across herself and give back to Stout. Stout up top to Nawabi. Nawabi, a couple of dribbles, hands now to Athene. Athene to Stout with 10 seconds on the shot clock, and her pass across to Eistotter was tipped out of play by Madison Key. 8 seconds for the Flames to shoot. 7:37 on the clock in the fourth quarter. Liberty down by 4. The Flames have only scored 8 points in the second half so far. Inbound to Stout. Stout across to Mills. She's going to step back for 3. It's an air ball. Rebound to Aaron. Aaron gives to Bradley, and Bradley will dribble it across for Louisiana Tech. Up to Aaron. Aaron hands back to Bradley. Bradley over to Morris. Morris for 3, off the mark. Rebound to Eistotter, and the Flames have it. Not a good shot there either. Last 2 possessions, some low percentage three-pointers as Liberty goes to Nawabi for 3, near side, short. Boy, the Flames need a basket to fall in right now. 7 minutes to go in the game. Louisiana Tech back on the attack. They go underneath to Marshall, who's wide open and lays it in. Liberty's going to take a timeout, or did Louisiana Tech take the timeout? I'm not sure who took the timeout. The Lady Texters lead 46-39. It was Louisiana Tech that took the timeout. That is an odd timeout. I thought Coach Sherrard might take the timeout, considering the run that Louisiana Tech is on. But Coach Brooke Storr beat him to it. So Louisiana Tech will have 3 timeouts left. The Flames will have 2, and it will be Liberty basketball when we return here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we've been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community. And that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at GentryLock.com.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg, with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haley's.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
The Liberty Pep Band plays us back from break. Flames are trailing now 46-39 after a 9-0 run by Louisiana Tech. Liberty led by as many as 9. They were up by 5 at halftime, but have only scored 8 points in a little over 13 minutes of the second half. Flames shooting percentage that was at 54% at halftime is down to 38%. La Tech just at 39%. But the turnovers have now widened out to a 5-turnover edge for La Tech. Flames still are plus 10 in rebounding. The points off turnovers have been the difference. Louisiana Tech 20-9 in that category. Liberty with the ball in the backcourt. Jacayla Thompson has checked back in, playing with those 4 personal fouls. She has Weaver on her as she bounces the pass to Athene on the far side. Athene now will hook it on the interior to Stout. Back to Athene for 3, short. And the rebound to Bradley. She's got a 2-on-1 the other way. She'll drive in and miss the shot. Rebound is out of bounds to Liberty. Liberty basketball. Paris Bradley probably should have passed that basketball. But she took a fadeaway type shot, and out of it, the Flames catch a big break. 2-on-1 ends up with nothing across, and the lead stays at 46-39. Liberty on offense. Athene dribbling on top of the logo, will bounce it near side to Thompson. Thompson will try to attack, nothing there. Has to pick up her dribble and go back out to Athene. Now to Mills, 5 seconds to shoot. Mills is double teamed, spins, gives in to Stout. Stout with the shot clock running down, gets the finger roll to fall. Put an asterisk on that. That might be a huge play in this basketball game. Looked like Liberty wasn't going to get anything. Now back the other way. Madison Key missed the shot from in point blank. Thompson with the rebound for Liberty, up to Athene. She runs a 2-on-1, bounces it to Stout, and Stout lays it in. Fast break points for the Lady Flames. They cut the lead down to 3. Emmy Stout with back-to-back baskets. 5:20 to go in the game. Avery Aaron will drive in, and she scores. Thompson had to come over on the help side, but she's playing with 4 fouls, so she couldn't do much. .507 left as Jacayla Thompson will give to Mills. Mills at the top of the arc will fire a 3. Got it! Avery Mills gets it down to 2. Under 5 to go. Mills now with 9 points in the game, 3 3-pointers. Aaron holds the ball high in the air for Louisiana Tech. Pass to the far corner to Weaver. Weaver around the pick. She's going to drive and kick to Marshall. Marshall dips in and has to lob it back outside to Bradley. Bradley fires a 3 and hits. Guarded well. Bradley just faded back and hit a huge 3-pointer. It's now 51-46, Louisiana Tech. Athene at the top of the arc for Liberty. Behind the back dribble, comes near side to Thompson. Thompson drives along the baseline and has it knocked out of bounds. And Louisiana Tech are arguing over whether or not they should challenge this or not. Aaron said challenge it. Madison Key said don't. And Coach Storr has stopped the play to challenge. Aaron emphatically said challenge it. Madison Key said don't. And Coach Storr has. If she's wrong, they'll be down to 2 timeouts. If she's right, Louisiana Tech will get the ball with 4:03 remaining, leading by 5 If it stays the way that it is, the Flames will have 5 seconds to shoot. Inbounding on the baseline, they're scoring at the goal to our right. The official's going to take another look at this. Angelica Suffren was the official on the baseline. She had an excellent view of it. She was 3 feet away. Thompson lost the handle. The replay we just saw in the arena, it was Aaron that was closest to the basketball and closest to Thompson. Her hand was nearby, but did she touch it after Thompson lost it out of bounds? That's going to be the question. Is there an angle that will determine whether or not it did or did not touch the hand of Avery Aaron after it went out of the hands of Jakayla Thompson? The view that we saw on the arena scoreboard was inconclusive. Of course, the officials have multiple views that they can take a look at, and they're still taking a look. This is a big call in this game. With the Flames trailing by 5, they'd have to work quick, but they would have a chance to score. If it's overturned, Louisiana Tech can, one, run a little clock here, and then also have a chance to extend the lead. They've led by as many as 7. The Flames have led by 9. Liberty had led most of this game until here in the fourth quarter. As far as a reset, some statistics to tell you about. Flames now up to 42% shooting. Louisiana Tech 41%. Both teams have hit 4 3-pointers. Louisiana Tech has taken 23 free throws and hit 17 of those. The Flames are 6 of 10. So if the game stays the way that it is, and if the Flames aren't able to come back and get the victory, they're going to look at the free throw line. Louisiana Tech was able to make a living there. They're a plus 11 at the free throw line in a game that they lead by 5. It's been a long review. We still don't have a conclusion to it. The officials are talking, and they're not at the monitor anymore. So maybe it's a split decision on what the call is going to be. I think we've got an announcement coming. We'll see if we can listen in. Okay, after review, the call stands. So Liberty will have it. Louisiana Tech loses a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining, as do the Flames. Liberty with 5 seconds to shoot. Claudia Thien will put it in play on the baseline. With Stout, Mills, Thompson, and Eyestadter. Thien with the ball in her hands. Surveys the defense, lobs it for Stout, who has to track it down near midcourt. Down to 3 seconds to shoot, over to Athene. Athene for 3, it's off the mark, and the rebound to Aaron. So the Flames, a little bit of a miscue on that inbounds pass, and it led to a tough shot. Now Louisiana Tech with a 5-point lead in the ball. Weaver between the circles. Goes to the far side, now back to the middle. Her pass to Morris, finds her. Her 3-pointer comes up short, though, and Eyestadter gets the rebound. Jakayla Thompson will slowly bring it across half court. Liberty down by 5. 3:25 remaining. Thompson picks up her dribble. Post Stout, who has it poked away by Aaron. A steal by Louisiana Tech. They come up court and throw the ball away. Weaver was looking for Marshall. She thought Marshall was going to cut to the basket. Marshall turned around and was heading back outside the 3-point arc. And it just bounced into the band. So Liberty catches a break. The officials are having a discussion. Thompson was trying to check into the game. Brian Hall come running across to maybe stop that. And then Bill Lawrence came in and said something to him where he said, "My bad." So I don't know what was going on there. Either way, it'll be Liberty basketball. Louisiana Tech showing some man-to-man pressure on the inbounds as Claudia Thien will run it across. Weaver harassing her. She loses Weaver, is wide open for three, but it's off to the right. Stout had the ball in her hands, but Marshall takes it away. And an empty possession for Liberty. They still trail by 5. 2:50 remaining. Weaver with Highestaughter on her. Gives to Aaron in the high post. She faces the basket with 10 seconds to shoot and gets it interior to Marshall. Marshall works her way down low and lays it in. 53-46, time winding down, only 2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. The Flames need some points. Nawabi at the top of the arc. Trying to get it to Stout, and the pass is knocked away, but it deflects all the way out to Mills. Mills with 10 seconds to shoot. Will work on Morris. Trying to find some space, spins along the baseline, bounces it into Stout. Stout missed the shot. Rebound though, Highestaughter. Her putback's no good. Stout gets it, and she draws a foul. Liberty working the glass. Not able to hit very many shots here in the second half. They haven't scored in 2.5 minutes currently. Actually, it's over 3 minutes now. But Emmy Stout will have an opportunity with 2 minutes to go to cut into a 7-point lead for Louisiana Tech. Emmy was 16 in the game, misses the first free throw. She is 2 of 7 at the free throw line. 7 of 14 from the field. Takes her dribbles. Her second free throw is also off the mark. So an empty possession for Liberty as Morris gets the rebound. Now the Flames haven't scored for over 3 minutes as Athene knocks the ball away from behind, steals it from Weaver, and Liberty gets the ball back. Flames need points in any way, shape, or form as Mills will take a three from the top of the arc. It's off to the left though, and Aaron gets the rebound for Louisiana Tech. Flames only scored 8 points in the third quarter and have only scored 7 points here in the fourth. 53-46 Louisiana Tech. Aaron will hook a pass to Morris, now in the corner to Bradley. Her three-pointer's good. And that puts it out to a 10-point game. Flames are going to take a timeout with 1:08 to go. The offense has left Liberty in the second half. Almost a 4-minute scoring drought now. Shooting percentage has fallen from 54% at halftime to 38%. And a couple of runs for Louisiana Tech, a 9-0 run and an 8-0 run. Has been trouble as we see the Flames huddling up. It's a full timeout. Actually, they've taken their seats. Liberty's going to have to find at least 10 points in the final 1:08. That's tough enough to do, but in that same process, they're going to have to hold Louisiana Tech scoreless. I think if you ask Liberty defensively, with 1:08 to go, if you held Louisiana Tech to 56 points, they would absolutely have taken that before the ball game. I don't think they would have expected to have only scored 46 after getting 89 yesterday. Athene will inbound on the far side of the court. Looks across the way and finds Stout. Stout holds the ball above her head and then hands to Mills. Mills with a minute to go and 18 seconds to shoot, lobs it up top to Nawabi. Nawabi will drive in and kick to Ayestada for three. It's off the mark, and Aaron gets the rebound. Flames have really struggled shooting the ball here in the second half. Ayestada with the foul. That's the fourth on Liberty, so one more. And Louisiana Tech will shoot free throws. Inbound pass comes to Weaver, and the Flames will give the foul with 49 seconds left. Liberty led the majority of this ball game until the fourth quarter. Time led in the game, 26 minutes for Liberty, 9 minutes for Louisiana Tech. Weaver's first free throw is good. Now a 9-0 Louisiana Tech run. Matches their other 9-0 run in the second half. Now it's 10. And you still go back to free throws as the lead is 12. In this game, Louisiana Tech has scored 13 more points at the free throw line than Liberty. Flames 6 of 12, Louisiana Tech 19 of 25. A plus 13 in a 12-point game. And barring a miracle in this final 49 seconds, it seems as if the Lady Flames season will come to a close, but crazier things have happened. They're going to have to score quickly, though, and they're out of timeouts after taking their final one. This is a young Liberty team. Only 2 seniors and only one that has played this season. We'll talk more about this at the conclusion as the inbound pass comes to Mills. Mills comes to the near side. She's going to drive and flick one up. Goes off the backboard, off the rim, and off the mark. Liberty still hasn't hit a field goal since the 5-minute mark of this game here in the fourth quarter. Free throws ahead for Louisiana Tech. The final score is going to maybe look a little bit lopsided and look a little bit similar to the first time these two teams played when the Flames lost by 14 in Lynchburg. These were two totally different games. The Flames led basically through 3 quarters today, and they struggled through most of that game back in Lynchburg. Liberty played some good defense here in Huntsville, but just haven't been able to score any points. 46. Aaron makes 1 or 2 free throws. It's a 13-point game, now an 11-0 run with 39.3 remaining. Ayestada will inbound to Mills. Mills faces some man-to-man pressure from Morris as she dribbles across half court. The Flames down to 30 seconds to go in their season. Mills around the far side, now Bradley on her. Bounce pass to Ayestada. Ayestada into the paint, turns around. Her jumper is off the mark, and we're going to get a rebounding foul called against La Tech. They have some fouls to give, so no free throws. Liberty will put it in play with 20 seconds to shoot, 21.1 to go, trailing by 13. The scoring drought is over 4.5 minutes, and they haven't hit a field goal in that same amount of time. It comes near side to Liddy Mwamba. She'll take a jumper along the baseline and hit. So Liddy Mwamba, the Flames' only playing senior, hits a basket. to make it 59-48. And a foul on the inbounds. But it's pretty much academic at this point, unfortunately. The only thing that's going to change is the final score. Well, we mentioned Mwamba, a transfer, only played 1 year at Liberty. She's a senior. Caroline Shirey is also a senior. She has not played at all this season after a second knee injury last year. So young Liberty team, but in this era of transfer portal, you just don't know. As last season came to a close, Flames thought that they had a lot returning. Not necessarily starters, but 2 starters, and they thought they were going to have a pretty good chunk of the bench coming back that had been very productive last year. But after 4 transfers and also that very good senior class finishing up, Flames lost about 75% of their offense and had to count on some younger players to step in, as after the free throw at 61-48, the Flames are just going to dribble the clock out. And the season will come to a close after a 61-48 victory by Louisiana Tech. That final score really is not indicative of the way this ball game went. Liberty led all the way until early in the 4th quarter before they ran out of gas offensively. Gave up a couple of runs of 9-0 and 11-0. And that was the difference. As Louisiana Tech will move into the championship game, they'll play either FIU or Missouri State. Those 2 teams will hook up here in about 30 minutes. So again, not trying to sound overly dramatic, but that's just the way things are in college sports right now. If the unit that was on the floor tonight for the Lady Flames that are not seniors, which is the majority of the team other than Mwamba, if they all come back next year, this is a Lady Flames team, especially if you add a couple other pieces, some good freshmen. They like their recruiting class. But they could be very competitive in the conference. They finished in a tie for 3rd this year after all that loss a season ago. So not the result they wanted today, but not really a bad season considering all they lost to finish up 18-13. Louisiana Tech 26-5 now, and they move into the title tilt tomorrow. Their men's team also going to be playing for a championship tomorrow. We'll take a break. When we come back, the post-game show brought to you by Coca-Cola. Liberty falls to Louisiana Tech 61-48. This is the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations, with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Attention, Lynchburg!
The biggest selling month of the year is happening right now at Lynchburg Nissan.
And that means massive savings you do not want to miss. Drive away in a brand new 2026 Nissan with 0% financing for 60 months on select models.
Or save up to $8,000 off MSRP.
Upside down on your trade? No worries. We're offering up to 130% of fair KBB value. But don't wait, when they're gone, they're gone.
Get to Lynchburg Nissan today, where selection is at its best.
And remember, Lynchburg Nissan is home of the 1,000,000-mile warranty.
Lynchburg Nissan. Drive more.
Save more.
The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brauburgers. More information is available at crossroadsfamilydentistryva.com.
Flames Nation, this is Liberty Women's Basketball head coach Alexis Sherrard. The Sherrard family are proud Flame Club members and invite you to join in training champions for Christ both on and off the court. Whether you're at the game or cheering from home, your support is valuable and directly impacts our student athletes. Membership starts at $75 and comes with great benefits like access to premium seating, hospitality, and parking privileges. Join today. Visit libertyflamesclub.org.
You've been listening to Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now it's time for the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report. Get a complete recap of the game. Hear from Lady Flames head coach Alexis Sherrard. Final stats and more. This is the Coca-Cola post-game report. Coke, taste the feeling.
Not the way the Lady Flames wanted it to go today. They played great through let's say they played great through halftime. The third quarter was a bit of a sludge. It was rough for both teams. But Louisiana Tech played just a little bit better. They had a little bit more offense as they outscored the Flames 13-8 in the third. Really the first half was when the Flames played some good basketball offensively and dug in on defense. They still played pretty good defensively in the third quarter. The fourth quarter is a little deceptive because there were some free throws down the stretch that they wouldn't have had to have fouled. So there was a few more points put on the board by Louisiana Tech in the fourth. So really, Flames defense was fairly consistent. Not as good in the fourth, but not horrible. They played defense well enough to win this game. Louisiana Tech got 61, but really, if you take those intentional fouls down the stretch off, it was probably more of around a 56 to 58 point output is what Louisiana Tech would have had otherwise. So holding a team that scores 75 to 58, you figure you win a lot of games, but not if you only score 48. So that was the problem for Liberty. The defense was pretty good throughout, but the offense left them. And full credit to Louisiana Tech. The things that they did in the first half that the Flames were able to beat and get some easy points out of, Flames weren't able to beat those spots of trapping in the second half, and it led to some turnovers and points off turnovers and a lot of free throws for Louisiana Tech. As we take a look at the Larry's Tire and Auto final stat sheet for this game, after Liberty shot 54% in this first quarter, 55% in the second quarter, the Flames were 1 of 5 in the third for 20%, and 4 of 16 in the fourth for 25%. So their overall percentage went down to 37 for the game. And Liberty was only 4 of 17 from 3, 24% after hitting 12 threes yesterday. Flames also just 6 of 12 at the free throw line. Another 600 meals to local area food banks to the Food Lion Feeds Score to Give More campaign. So the Flames 37%, La Tech 43%. 37 for the Flames, 43 for La Tech. Lady Techsters 31% from 3. The Flames were 24% from 3. And Louisiana Tech 22 of 29 from the free throw line. Again, some of that down at the end when Liberty was just forced to foul. But a lot of it wasn't. I'm going to say only 4 of those free throws were in garbage time, maybe 5. But somewhere around 17 or 18 points were scored by Louisiana Tech while the game was still in question at the free throw line. As a matter of fact, there was a point when Liberty was trailing by 12 and Louisiana Tech was a plus 13 at the free throw line. They actually finish up a plus 18, but again, like I said, some of that was in garbage time after the game was pretty much decided. Nevertheless, the free throw line was the absolute difference in this game. Flames didn't shoot their normal percentage. They should have scored a few more points, but then they also gave up so many to Louisiana Tech. Rebounding went 35-26 Liberty. Flames finished up with 15 turnovers. Again, you'd think that might be enough to win this game, but they only forced 10. The problem, or the difference between yesterday and today, the Flames did have more turnovers today, but they also forced more yesterday, so it went in the opposite direction. Flames were a +8 in turnovers yesterday. They were a -5 today, if you want to, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Flames had 8 less turnovers yesterday, 5 more turnovers than Louisiana Tech today. Points off turnovers, 20-9 Louisiana Tech, and that's another category that you could look at. The final score was 13, but really it was about a 10-point game before the Flames started fouling. So in what was around a 10-point game, you're giving up 11 more points off turnovers. That, along with the free throw line, the two things easiest to point to on the stat sheet. Points in the paint, 26-24 Liberty. Second chance points, 7 apiece. Fast break points, 4-2 La Tech. Bench points, 14-4 La Tech. Leading scorer for Louisiana Tech was Jordan Marshall and Paris Bradley. They each had 14. Weaver 9, Morris 8. Those are the leading scorers for the Lady Texters. For the Flames, Emmy Stout had 16 points. Ify Nwabi with 9 points and 9 rebounds. Elizabeth Eisdottir with 4 points, but a team-high 10 rebounds. Avery Mills with 9 points on 3 3-pointers. She also had a team-high 6 assists in the game and only 1 turnover. Kayla Thompson with 6 points, 3 boards, 3 assists. 4 points. Oh, I'm sorry, that was it. Eisdottir with 4 and then 10 rebounds. 2 points for Claudia Thien and 2 points for Liddy Mwamba off the bench. Flames led by as many as 9. They trailed by as many as 13. That was the final score. But Liberty was up for 26 minutes of this game. They trailed for about 9:40. Well, it was 9:44. Some of that was in the first quarter when they were down 2-0. They were down for probably, it might have only been maybe that 44 seconds or so. So it seems as if La Tech's lead in the fourth quarter began at around the 1 minute mark. And then they never looked back after that, after having trailed the majority of the game. La Tech used a 9-0 run and then later an 11-0 run in the fourth quarter to push the lead out and get the win. They'll now play in the championship game tomorrow against either Missouri State or FIU. Those two teams will hook up here in about 20 minutes. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back in the studio, Trey Lyle will take a look at our Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. Liberty falls to Louisiana Tech here in the CUSA semifinals, 61-48. On the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
This Liberty team has played much better defense since the first time these squads matched up. Nawabi's open near wing for three. Boom! Efi Nawabi continues to have the hot hand from outside the arc.
Efi Nawabi with a big Conference USA tournament. She added 9 points tonight, including that three-pointer, which made it our play of the game, presented by Freedom First Credit Union. Now time for Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. Here we go. Starting with the Liberty Flames in softball, they get the final score 10-0. They're able to defeat Middle Tennessee in a run rule game. They get the win 10-0 in the first game there. Unfortunately for baseball, they fall in their first game of the series against Missouri State, 4-3, the final score there as well. Now we're going to women's college hoops. Louisiana Tech will take on the winner of FIU and Missouri State. That's set to tip in a matter of moments. For the final of Conference USA. Rest of women's college basketball getting some finals for you. In the Ivy League semifinal, Princeton defeats Brown 65-51. They will take on the winner of Harvard and Columbia. With 3:58 left in the third, Harvard leads 37-34. As for the American East Championship game, Vermont, the Catamounts, are heading to the NCAA tournament. They defeated Maine 61-43. Other finals and semifinals in conference tournament action. We're going to the MAC, the Mid-American Conference. Miami of Ohio 80, Ohio 52. The Red Hawks will take on Toledo in the final as Toledo defeated Ball State 69-65. Other news and scores for you in the CAA quarterfinal. Hofstra defeated Campbell 55-50. Other parts of the CAA action for you. Charleston, College of Charleston defeated William & Mary 58-55. Action still to come in CAA, as well as actions going on right now as Drexel up on Elon, 4:46 left in the first, 8-6 the score there as well. Abilene Christian in the WAC semifinal up on UT Arlington 70-50. On the other side of the WAC, we have, as I look at it, Cal Baptist defeat Tarleton State 77-60. Flipping over to the men's college basketball, Conference USA has its final. It's going to be Louisiana Tech taking on Kennesaw State. Louisiana Tech 69, Missouri State 66. Kennesaw State 79, Sam Houston 73. So, Louisiana Tech represented in both finals of the Conference USA tournaments. As for the men's college basketball, we're going with the games that are going on right now. Big 12 semifinal, a top 10 matchup. Arizona, number 2 Arizona, up on number 7 Iowa State, 64-61 with 8:04 left in that one. Down in Charlotte, it's all Wahoos. Number 10 Virginia 71, Miami 54 with 4:35 left in the second quarter. Virginia, presuming they win, will take on the winner of Duke Clemson in the other semifinal. As for Arizona Iowa State, they will take on the winner of Houston and Kansas. Other games going on right now. We're moving to the SEC. Ole Miss currently up on number 15 Alabama, 56-50 with 15:04 left. The Rebels trying to be a spoiler here. And the Rebels are making a run, even though despite their 14-19, 4 wins in the SEC, looking for their third win in as many days right now against the Crimson Tide. Halftime in the first MAC semifinal, Akron up on Kent State, 42-28. eyes are all across the country on the Mid-American Conference because, obviously, the Miami, Ohio, the Redhawks fell in the conference tournament at 31-0 coming into that tournament. Appears the MAC might get a second bid. As for the A-10 quarterfinal there, St. Joseph leading Davidson 33-29. That just hit the half. And in the Big East, in the Garden, number 6 UConn 16, Georgetown 12 in MSG. Other finals from today, you have Purdue defeating Nebraska in a Big Ten quarterfinal 74-58. In the other Big East semi, so the winner will take on that UConn-Georgetown game. St. John's will be that opponent as the Red Storm win 78-68 in that one. As for other scores across the country staying in the Big Ten, the big rival between Michigan and Ohio State was on the hardwood today as number 3 Michigan at 71, Ohio State 67. Florida defeats Kentucky 71-63 in an SEC quarterfinal. Big Ten quarterfinal, Wisconsin gets past Illinois 91-88. Vandy defeats Tennessee 75-68 in an SEC quarterfinal. In an A-10 quarterfinal, St. Louis defeats George Washington 88-81. To the AAC now. Interesting games in the AAC. Quarterfinal, Charlotte defeats UAB 83-78. But we had a game that went into 3 overtimes. Tulsa defeats North Texas 90-84. Back to the A10 in a quarterfinal. Dayton defeats St. Bonaventure 68-73. VCU also advanced as well in the A10. And in the other part of the MAC, Toledo will take on Akron in that MAC final. As for the rest of the country, we will have, of course, this is a big weekend for it with conference tournaments happening all around us. But when we come back, we'll hear from head coach Alexis Sherrard and back out to Huntsville with Jimmy Hall. From Van Wagner, this is the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at ThompsonBrooksInsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
Welcome back into Probst Arena here in Huntsville, Alabama. We have kept a spot open for head coach Alexis Sherrard. He's going to be out momentarily. He had to go back to the press conference first, and the winning team goes first in the press conference, so we had to wait for the La Tech folks, and then Coach Sherrard answering questions from the media, and we'll get him just as soon as we can. Liberty falls today 61-48 to Louisiana Tech. by way of recap, the Flames, after trailing 2-0, went on an 11-0 run. I wrote down 11-2 run. That was actually an 11-0 run because they gave up the first 2 points. And then after that 11-0 Liberty run, they were up 17-13 after the first quarter. An 11-4 Louisiana Tech run tied the game up at 19. Liberty scored 6 straight points at the end of the quarter to lead 31-25 at halftime. They were up 39-38 after 3 in what was not a very pretty third quarter, really, for either team. The offenses were not doing all that well. And then Louisiana Tech, though, picked up their offense a bit in the fourth, and the Flames did not. A 9-0 La Tech run to begin the fourth gave them their first lead since that 2-0 mark. And then they capped off the ball game with an 11-0 flourish. Stretch where Liberty didn't make a basket for about 5 minutes at the end of the game spelled the doom for the Lady Flames. Free throw line was the biggest issue. The free throw line saw Louisiana Tech hit 22 of 29, 76%, but it's not so much about the percentage, which is fine. It's a good percentage. It's above their season average by a couple of percentage points, but just the volume. 22 points there. The Flames were 6 of 12 at the free throw line, so 18 more points at the free throw line for La Tech in a game that was a 13-point win. Liberty's overall shooting percentage dropped off in the second half. 2 of 11 from the field in the third, 4 of 16 in the fourth. I think earlier I misspoke. They were 1 of 5 from 3 in the third and 1 of 8 from outside in the fourth. So only 2 made threes in the second half on 13 shots. And from the field, 6 made field goal attempts on 27 shots. Flames have 2 seniors, one that has not played this season in Caroline Shirey. She had been out the whole year with an injury and has decided that she's going to start her Masters coming up. So she will end her college career. She would have eligibility left, but after 2 different knee injuries, she's decided to call it a career. So we celebrate her, even though there's not going to be a lot of stats for her at the end of her time here. But the impact she's had on the program is going to be hard to measure. She is someone that could have easily been a negative force considering what she went through. And instead, she has been nothing but bright and positive throughout her career. Also, Liddy Mwamba, who only played 1 season in Lynchburg after transferring in from New Mexico, but also made an impact off the court as well as on. She only played about 11 minutes a game, but did average 4 points. Had 7 points in the game against Sam Houston in only 8 minutes of playing time yesterday. And she will, even though only having been around a short period of time, she will be missed as well. Her teammates would say didn't seem like she was only there for a year. It seems like they had known her forever. They call her Queen. That's what her middle name translates to. And her native language, she is from the Congo. When you look at the breakdown of this Liberty team, they had 7 new players, 7 returners. 2 of those returners were redshirt freshmen. 2 transfers and 3 true freshmen. Just the 2 seniors. If the entire group decides to run it back, they're going to have a lot of talent next year. some freshmen coming in and maybe a spot or two where you pick up another transfer, that could be a team that would certainly be in the mix for a championship a year from now, but you just don't know. I mean, last year I think the Flames thought they were going to have a decent returning class, even though they lost some excellent seniors, 3 starters, 1 major contributor off the bench as well. They thought they were still going to be able to have a decent amount coming back, but then the transfer portal hit, and it ends up wiping out between those seniors and the transfer portal almost 75% of their offense from last season. Considering that, and the fact that Coach Kerry Green retires and Coach Sherrard steps in and is named the head coach, even though he was a long-time assistant coach, it's an adjustment period. Come in as the head coach. So all those factors, this could have easily been a bottom 6 type year in the conference standings for Liberty. And a rough month of January, but they battled out of that. Won 8 out of their last 10 games and finished up tied for 3rd place in the conference. I'd say, considering what was lost, an outstanding season and a great first year for Coach Alexis Sherrard. And again, if the team stays together next year and maybe adds a couple more pieces as well, this could be a team right at the top. The one unknown factor right now, because Louisiana Tech will certainly be the preseason favorite. What we don't know is if Louisiana Tech is going to be in the conference or not. That might be determined by a court coming up in the next few days. As of right now, as far as the football drama goes, both the Sun Belt and Conference USA have announced schedules that include Louisiana Tech on them. I don't have a gut instinct on how it's going to go, but we talked to AD Ian McCaw a couple days ago, and he feels as if Louisiana Tech will be in the conference next year. Let's say it's 50-50 even. He felt like it was more than that, but even if it's 50-50, then you've got a chance that Liberty could be one of the best teams if everybody returns. And if Louisiana Tech, the other 50-50 comes through and Louisiana Tech's back, then they certainly, assuming they keep their team together. Nobody is immune to the transfer portal, and even though this is a good Louisiana Tech team that doesn't have, they've only got 1 senior themselves, a couple of freshmen, 4 transfers, a lot of sophomores and juniors that contribute for Louisiana Tech. If they decide to run it back and they're in Conference USA, they'll certainly be the preseason favorite. If they stay in conference and lose some players, who knows? If they go to the Sun Belt and that becomes official, then now things are much more wide open. You've got an FIU team that's very good. We'll see what they have back after this season. But then Missouri State, Middle Tennessee, Liberty, Sam Houston, we're all right there in the mix. Sam Houston has some shoes that they're going to have to fill in the offseason. And so we'll see how they bounce back from their senior class losses. But again, we're talking right now in March of 26 about what's going to happen in November, and who knows? Who knows? I mean, one team could have an unbelievable transfer portal and bring in 3 or 4 All-American type players. You just don't know. And then a team could lose 3 or 4 starters and all-star type players and have to start from scratch. So it's just impossible to kind of guess what the next season is going to hold in college sports nowadays. You saw that with Virginia men's basketball. They basically lost everybody from last year. Brought in a new coach. Coach Odom has taken them to the top 10 in the country. As they'll be, unless there was some crazy comeback from Miami, they're going to be playing for the ACC championship tomorrow. Likely going to be a 3 or 4 seed in the NCAA tournament, and last year they had a losing season. And you could point to their football team and the massive turnaround they had. And then the year before that, you could point to Louisville's men's basketball team. They went from not being very good at all, and they bring in Pat Kelsey and have a field day in the transfer portal. And Louisville men's basketball was back on the map. So it's just it's a strange era for fans, I understand, because you just don't know who on the roster is going to be back next year, and you can't look at the classification to figure it out anymore. Freshman, sophomore, doesn't matter. Senior, of course, but even sometimes with seniors in football, they find the right judge, they might get an extra year of eligibility somehow. So it's a wild time. But I think we should let next year worry about itself in due time, as only a few weeks before the transfer portal hits, and then maybe some late recruits might pop up on the radar. You never know in this day and age. Usually all the recruiting is done by now, but you don't know what you're going to lose in the transfer portal, so you have to find your own. And if you can't, then you might go back and look at some high school kids that hadn't found anything to that point. So we'll see. It should be – it's like hot stove league in baseball. Free agents. That's basically what college sports is now. So we'll see how that all pans out. But let's celebrate how well the Flames were this season and let next year work itself out. They finish up 18-13 as we now have head coach Alexis Sherrard joining us. Coach, not the outcome you wanted. We'll talk about the game here in just a second, but the overview of this year, we were kind of talking about that before you jumped on the air with us. Considering everything that was lost from a season ago, almost 75% of the offense, about that, and the rebounding, just the senior leadership too. I think we don't talk about that enough. I mean, yes, the points were gone. Yes, the rebounds were gone. But just that locker room presence that you had with the Bella Smudas and the Jordan Hodges and the Emma Hesses and the Anna Bedozas, that's tough to replace. And it seems like by February you had, I don't want to say replace them because I don't think you can replace that much loss, but you had found a way that this unit could win, and they were playing some great basketball. Again, they came up a little short today, but overall you got to be proud of the squad.
Yeah, absolutely, Jamie. I mean, that's 100% correct. I mean, throughout the whole season we were just trying to learn how to win, learn each other. Ian, our athletic director, spoke, and I didn't even realize. I mean, I should have realized it, but I've only been at the helm for 6 or 7 months, and we're just kind of forced to go through this transition, and I would give it an A+. And we really talked about Louisiana Tech last year. They are kind of a young group, and they lose to a veteran Liberty team in the semifinals. So, so it takes time. So obviously La Tech, they paid their dues last year. A lot of returners who have been in this building, played in this building. So that makes a big difference. So I think this year with this loss, hopefully it just fuels our ladies, fuels their fire, and just gives them a lot of incentive because we should be very optimistic for the future because we'll be back here for sure.
When you look at the locker room nowadays, and I hate to be overly dramatic about this, but I was kind of just supposing with Louisiana Tech, we don't know if they're going to be in the conference next year. There's legal fights that might determine whether they're in the Sun Belt or whether they're in Conference USA, and I kind of said out loud, well, if they're back in Conference USA, they're going to certainly be the preseason favorite next year with what they're going to return. And then it kind of hit me. You don't know what you're going to return from one year to the next. Whether you're at the top of the heap or the bottom of the heap, you may have a completely different roster with the transfer portal in play. Again, you don't know what's going to happen. Sure. That's still a couple weeks away. But as a coach, how do you now – and by the way, welcome to head coaching in Division I college athletics. You're 1 year into this, and now I'm telling you about what your stress level is going to have to be in the off season because you're recruiting your own players as much as you're recruiting other players.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the new norm, and that transfer portal, it could be advantageous or it could be a monster. You know what I mean? I mean, you could have a team known in a transfer portal. You know what I mean? So there's no harm there, but you just have to. What we do is we just build our relationships build our culture. We love one another. We pray for one another. And, you want players that want to be here. So, obviously, losing 70% of our offense last year, whether it be graduation or transfer portal, for what this team did given that loss, I couldn't be more proud of how this group persevered, especially given the January that we had. They could have quit. They could have splintered. But, they just persevered. We continue to learn how to win. And it really paid off here in February and March. But, when you're on the big stage, here in conference tournament play, experience is a big deal. It's a big advantage, and I just think tonight La Tech had that experience over us, and during the whole course of 40 minutes it showed there.
As a head coach, I know you learned a lot of things this year, because we kind of jokingly said some of the behind-the-scenes stuff is a tougher learn than the coaching stuff. The coaching stuff comes easy. It was the what do I do to after the game press conference here, interview there. You mean you're going to take up how much of my time before I get to go to practice and coach the team? And I'm talking about myself in that case, how many times we talked over the course of the season. And then just some of the administrative things that you hadn't really had to deal with as an assistant coach that now you're having to deal with. It's a lot of non-basketball stuff that you have to do in order to be the basketball coach. And that's a transition as well.
Yeah, to whom much is given, much is required. So, there are a lot of responsibilities, administrative responsibilities, but I'm just really blessed to be working with some really good people. So, those interviews, those Zoom calls that I have, I'm just dealing with some really, really good quality people. And, I don't mind being around them. Speaking obviously of yourself, we have a great time, all the Zooms, all the meetings. So, that's just part of the job. And obviously, I had to learn that part of it. You have to be good with your time management. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't trade it for the world, Jeremy.
I tell you, Flames Nation, they knew you already. You've been around. But they have really embraced everybody I've talked to, every comment I've made. They say they were so happy that you were given the reins when Coach Green decided to retire. It made sense. We've seen it in other sports. We saw Coach Tolsma retire. Coach Bingham, who had been his longtime assistant, came back and took over. So it's a family. Liberty's a family, and I think that's something that maybe some people just can't quite wrap their head around, but it really is. It's more so than any other organization or group I've ever been around. Absolutely, and you can just tell when you look at the staff's bio, just the amount of years we've all been here. You've probably been here longer than me. So, Paul Carmody, all of my assistant coaches. We hired Emma Hess, who played here for 4 years. So, that just made my job a lot easier, just made the transition a lot easier. And, anytime you love coming to work, it's not really a job. It's a love language. So I'm just blessed. I work at the best Christian university in the country. And like I said, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Well, we'll celebrate the way the season went before we have to worry about you putting on your general manager hat and working the roster coming up here in just a couple of weeks. I know that's half the job now, and we talked about it. That's half the job, but enjoy this. I know, again, today didn't go the way that you wanted, and I guess let's just talk briefly about how the game went as far as the first three quarters. Well, really the first half. I think everything went the way you wanted as far as the game plan. You were able to score some points, and your team just absolutely dug in on defense in the first half of the game. It wasn't that the defense was horrible in the second half. It was just that the offense kind of, unfortunately, went off the cliff a little bit. Yeah, it took a dip. We held them to 13, 12, 13 in the first through third quarter. So defensively, it was pretty good. But then, that fourth quarter may have been fatigue. Our shots weren't dropping. Instead of taking rhythm shots, they forced us into a couple of rush shots. So, that makes a big difference. So, like I said, that experience is a big advantage, but I think they probably had the edge there. But like I said, our ladies, they just persevered. They played hard. They never give up. They play hard for the full 40 minutes. And I'm just really excited for what the future has for this group. I'm asking you a question that I don't even know the answer to. Is there any possibility of postseason from this point? I know it seems like some of these postseason tournaments are kind of dropping like flies right now as far as on the men's side. We saw the CBI go away this year, and On the women's side, there was struggles last year with some of the smaller tournaments to find teams, and even the WNIT. Is there any chance that the season could continue, or was this the last game?
Unfortunately, no. This is going to be our last game for this 25-26 season. So the next time you see the Lady Flames, it'll be the 26-27 season.
Sounds good. We'll see you in November. Congratulations and happy birthday, by the way. I forgot to say that earlier.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you look good for 39.
Thank you, Jamie.
That's a good one to end on. It's head coach Alexis Sherrard, and that's going to wrap things up for us on this season of Lady Flames basketball. Again, Liberty finishes up 18-13 after their loss against La Tech today by a final score of 61-48. It remains for me to thank a few people that have made this possible along the way. We talked about Paul Carmody. He is the wizard of stats and notes, and he makes me sound a lot smarter than I really am when we do these games. Paul has been around for 20 years now and is outstanding. I also want to thank Nick Pierce, Alan York, back with the Flame Sports Network. Nick actually has been on the broadcast a few times this year back in the studio, and of course Alan does the Liberty men's basketball games and coordinates everything for us and makes sure that the paychecks come in, and so we certainly appreciate Alan and all the work that he does. Trey Lyle has done the vast majority of the games back in the studio, and we certainly appreciate him and his hard work. I want to thank the administration at the university for continuing their great support of our broadcasts, and Coach Sherrard and the rest of the Lady Flames for being so willing to come on and talk, whether it be on the game broadcasts or during our weekly podcasts that we enjoy doing so much. We certainly appreciate their willingness to give up their time for our needs. And we also want to thank you for listening, whether it was on the app, Liberty Flames app, whether it was on the website, libertyflames.com, or maybe you were on the booth cam watching on either YouTube or Facebook. So many of you have made positive comments all throughout the season in those chats, and it keeps us inspired to continue to do it, so we certainly thank you for that as well. One last time as the Flames wrap up 25-26 here at the Conference USA Tournament. This is Jamie Hall saying so long and God bless.
You've been listening to Liberty Lady Flames basketball and the Coca-Cola postgame locker room report from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. This game has been brought to you in part by Abish Financial Services, the official financial advisor of Liberty Flames Athletics. Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank, life lived full. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Destination Bedford. Central Health by 11 West. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders by Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Gentry Lock Attorneys by The Good Feet Store. By Haley's Appliance and Outdoors. Liberty Lady Flames basketball has also been brought to you by Ironclad Coffee Roasters, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia.
What a way to get.
Larry's Tire and Auto Repair, providing preventable maintenance, repair, and service at multiple locations and at larrystireservice.com. By the Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan. By Peary Family Dentistry. Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Segra, offering customized business technology solutions. Learn more at segra.com. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. The general manager of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment is Justin Metzger. Liberty Flames Sports Network director is Alan York. Coordinating producers Nick Pierce, Kyle Sykes, and Victoria Carter. I'm staff announcer Jeff Lawrence with a special thanks to Liberty University Athletics Director Ian McCaw, Senior Associate Athletics Director Robert Goodman, and Associate Strategic Director for Athletic Communications Paul Carmody. Also, follow Lady Flames basketball on social media at Liberty WBB on Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter, and Liberty Women's Basketball on Facebook. Liberty Lady Flames basketball is an exclusive presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
So what's going on?
The team's going back. Sarah will give us a ride back.
Okay.
So